1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my business. Because I'm down and outside doing stuff. Smoking the Wi-Fi ravages. And I guess that's the way it goes. Saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS.
Doing that. I want to keep doing that all the way. Oh, we're live?
We're live.
Yeah, we're doing the banter before we actually pressed unmute.
We were just talking about like some of the clips in the intro are going to be in our spin-off show.
Exercising, because we need to exercise. I'm getting fat.
And yeah, I am already fat.
Quarantine fat. I don't want to get back to what I used to be, so...
And so I was talking about how I'm probably going to hate it a lot.
Yeah. You're going to be dripping with sweat and being like, can we not do that today? And I'll be like, no, we're doing it.
Yo, what up, Sub? How you doing, dude?
Yeah, I'll tell you why y'all look great. It's because he's positioned the camera in such a way...
So you can't see our bellies.
I mean, usually with my other channel, with my gaming, I at least have my man boobs in it. But yeah, we've just got this whole space that I need to put.
GlitchCon 2020? How did you get that?
That's where she's been instead of watching us. So we've got this space here above my head that I need to put a poster up for. I mean, we've got the Angela Lansbury workout poster. That should go there. I like Angela Lansbury.
We'll be doing that tape, I think.
We should rewatch it, but this time we have to get in the bath together.
Yeah.
And think about how menopause doesn't stop our sexuality.
Yeah.
We're talking about really exciting stuff while today's video's not going to be so exciting. Isn't it strange, like, all these, like, extreme, like, things like motor vehicles and it always says exciting, but when we have watched a couple of them, like, 10 years ago, and it's, I don't know whether it's just not our thing, but
there was, like, I mean, if you are really into it, I'm sure you would look at it and say, well, that was a dangerous angle.
Yeah, I guess.
But, my God.
But,
dude.
I'm not a sports guy. I don't like sports, but at least when I watch sports, I can see that the guys are running around. But with these, like, car motor thingies, it's just not. So I know for a fact that whatever you've got is some sort of guide. This has been your week of picking, and you picked the Motorsport 4x4 Adventure Time to Hit the Road thing.
It was the first tape I picked out of the...
See, is that what you're doing when you pick? You're just finding what things you've got sitting there?
Yes.
Okay, and then saying, make a show around this.
That's what you told me to do.
It sounds good to me. It means there's less problems for you, but the first thing that I've queued up is it's called Havoc, but this is the best of Havoc. Basically, it's over 200 awesome crashes from a decade of motorsport. Now the thing is, we're going to get real redneck today.
Yeehaw!
And we're definitely not doing this one dry. So I'm skipping forward, but you know, beer segment. What do we got?
Yeah,
we got some Cooper's Brewery Hazy IPA.
Okay,
Australian made and brewed, and
I'm into it.
Yeah, I love me an IPA. I seem to gravitate towards IPAs these days, mainly because they say things like tropical, and I'm like, that's going to be refreshing in the heat. But let's go back to the start. And what have you been doing all week? Anything interesting?
I moved cinema.
Yeah, I saw that because I turned up for half of it.
Yeah, I moved cinema because I wanted to keep all my streams close together. And so what I'm going to eventually do, I think, is when we have set a date decided what day of the week is going to be. That was a really terrible pour.
Yeah,
but when we decide what day of the week we're going to do our spin-off show on,
yep.
Until we start it, because we're not going to start it till Tori's back at work.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully, I've convinced Sam to wake up on that particular day.
If I got to hold the baby, I'll hold the baby.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do like cinema specials in the meantime on that day, where I'm going to watch probably just whatever Australian films I can find and just have a
nice
like a series of just the Australian stuff, because doing that one that Sophie requested was actually a lot of fun. Like,
I enjoyed that movie. I didn't watch you watch it. I mean, I'm just so freaking busy that I can't line myself up with you, but I did enjoy the movie recommendation, that's for sure.
It's just a weird movie, but it was great. And I think that whole series is up on YouTube, so I can probably... Oh my god, this pour is terrible. I just gave up halfway. But, so that's what's going on, I guess, with me. Other than that, can't really say that I've been particularly,
Well, this week, both Sam and I got sick.
Awesome.
Yeah. With some kind of flu. We went down to the new hospital. You know the new hospital next to the pool?
Mm-hmm.
And we got the things up our nose. Well, I didn't have to because only one per household needs to.
Yeah, right.
And she got a thing up her nose. She was way sicker than I was. I just didn't feel great and didn't want to spread it. And no COVID. We're fine. No COVID. But you've known me long enough to know, or at least if you've paid attention, what happens to me after I get the tiniest little bit of sickness.
What do you mean exactly?
I get bronchial asthma and gunk on my lungs that I'm not sick anymore, but suddenly I've got a smoker's cough again.
Yeah.
So I don't want to... I'm gonna have
you did used to smoke pretty heavily.
I did used to smoke heavily. Like the cigarettes that weighed a lot. Like the Reds, the Marlboro Reds. And Chop Chop from the locals, which was illegal, and they got picked up for that.
There's a place around here somewhere that does them as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, I used to get this even before I started smoking. It's just a weird thing about my body that I will just infect.
You've got broken lungs.
Yeah,
like
broken
me.
lungs. I shouldn't have started smoking, although somebody somewhere falsely told me the information that if you have asthma or that you have bronchial problems, that you should learn how to smoke to make your lungs stronger and then quit and then heal. Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's not really how it works, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I think whoever told you that might have been lying.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And Chris says that he was sick about a week before us. Maybe we caught it over the internet.
Chris!
And he's still got the lingering gunk on his lungs. So, hey, high five for lingering shite.
Chris and
lungs.
Tori are two people I know who always have a cough.
Okay.
Always have some kind of a cough going on.
Okay. So here's the interesting thing that I'm trying to get to with my sickness. Aside from, coming here and speaking in your face about it and maybe getting you sick. I probably don't. But, yeah, bad. Interesting thing about it is because of the asthma side of it, I do get bad asthma, but only after a sickness. So I had to get a new asthma pump. I took it to my chemist, and my chemists are actually, they've been bought over by a new chemist, and they're really nice people who know me, and they told me to sign off and now get all my medication for free because we went over the limit, whatever that is, the safety net.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is nice. And, they're like, is this a new medication for you? And I'm like, no, I've had asthma pumps before. And they're like, well, it hasn't come up on our records. Apparently, I haven't actually gotten sick for 2 years. Like, basically since my surgery. Like, maybe even before that, I've not gotten sick. And the reason I got sick is because the wife's sister came over and she's been non-stop sick most of this year. And because she's like a sister, no mask and stuff. It was Halloween. She should have been wearing everything. But we're playing with her kid and stuff. Kids, man, you're gonna be so sick when he starts going off to schools and stuff.
Yeah,
that's just a cesspool. It's weird that in our country at the moment,
unless he gets my immune system, in which case we'll probably get like one sickness a year.
That's okay. That'd be better. But our not country, but Melbourne area, us and stuff, we're meant to wear masks, but not kids. It's like they're the guys that should probably wear the most of the masks.
I know.
They're
more likely to be asymptomatic, I guess, but.
Fingers crossed he does get sick, or fingers crossed he gets the immune system. Anyway.
He needs to get something good from me. Jesus.
Anyway.
Alright, let's get some car crashes going before... We're putting it off because...
We are putting off. I don't want to watch car crashes.
Yeehaw! Here we go. Go watch some goddamn car crashes.
Like you! So the thing is, this is meant to be best of. So it should be even more exciting than the originals. And if we have a look inside the cover, I'll give you a look to say that we can see it. I can tell you that this is the best of Havoc. There's also the best of Havoc Part 2, but there's Havoc like 15 here that we've got. And there's trucking Havoc and bike Havoc.
Oh, trucking Havoc? Truck crashes?
Truck crashes seem like they shouldn't be laughed at. Like, it's the same with drag races.
It's just some guy who accidentally, like, rolled off rolled off the road and was fine, or if he, like, got stuck under a bridge, or...
Okay. So I thought that I would do that thing that you tell me to do where we're going to get so bored that I'm not even going to say my information until it started.
Suitable for all ages, so no one's gonna die.
Oh, they might, but we don't get to see them die bloodily.
Is there gonna be a narrator who's like all excited about it? Now check out this crash!
There is a narrator. He still does.
Whoa!
This is the good bit. There's the start with the guitars. You can leave it on in the background while you work, right? No one's checking in. So the narrator is actually a sports commentator on this. He still does
Jesus.
Formula 1 commentary today, and I looked him up just quietly so you can listen to his banter. I looked him up, and apparently people talk about how they love the Formula 1 racing, but he's the worst part of it. Like, that's the most information I could really find on him, except for his like resume that he's been the guy who speaks into a microphone, and I found a picture of him his whole life. Yeah, you can silence us during the meeting. Unless you tell us beforehand and we can listen in on the meeting, we can do it too.
We'll join the meeting.
Yeah, we'll talk about...
And we'll play car crashes in the meeting.
Stuff.
Can it really be?
I have a really good story about this after we get started.
Exploded onto your television screens? Judging by
Exploded!
these seen through the mist of dim
Drink every time you hear an exciting word.
No, because the Havoc collection actually began more than 10 years ago.
Wait, so this guy is apparently an actual sports commentator?
He's an actual F1
It was the
car
beginning of a long and
commentator guy.
dishonourable tradition, and
He
Havoc
already
was
sucks.
simply
I know.
our way
He's
of
already not a
striking
good
back.
commentator.
He's already ruined
The affair
it from
would
the
already
cool
been
rock
struck at
intro that we
before,
had.
and before proper television, back in the days when it was still all done on the bioscope, and terrorists sabotaged
On the
overhead
what?
bridge of this
Bioscope?
sports car race in
The
Angola.
terrorists did what? Oh, jerks. Damn terrorists.
Result,
Was it actually
was
terrorists or did it just
catastrophic.
accidentally fall?
But although they stopped the race, they missed our cameraman completely. Perhaps
Ah,
more to the point,
Bugger.
Wait.
they also fractionally missed the race leaders.
Had that bridge come down 3 or 5 seconds later, you might not be here now. What are your impressions on the accident?
My impression is that I never brake so hard in my life.
Let's get
something
back to the
something
main
spaghetti
story.
glazes. Let's be
Here
racist. 'cause
are
Get
we're
Quan
easy
into
first.
it.
We're among
Oh,
the first to join a
motherfuckers!
large and still growing community of
Motherfuckers!
pilots who wish we'd been filming somewhere else that weekend. But we've never been much on sparing other
Lucas!
people's flushes or
Lucas!
anonymity. No, we
Wait, who's
prefer to
Lucas?
name the names. In this case,
He's got a big name.
Lucas.
Derek Warwick and a certain Brazilian Formula 3 driver called Ayrton
A certain
Senna.
Brazilian?
We're not going to name him because he fucked the race.
Yeah, he usually just goes straight up
Not
the
much has
center.
changed in a
Doesn't.
decade or so, really,
Oh,
has it?
man.
What do you mean? I don't know. You haven't shown us the newer clips. Do you have to be like to
And
watch
for the
this? You have to have
first
already
time,
known
I
about
think
car
we
crashes or something.
enjoyed
You'd have to.
after this
Oh
one
my god, that is a
benefit
huge
of the
crash
slow
though.
motion replay.
Oh man, they should have
Oh,
written
and he
this
got
guy.
away scot-free too!
Although we
It was the
don't
guy at the
enjoy it,
front!
there's a chance that the three gentlemen previously aforementioned won't be liking this one little bit.
No, because they're all dead. I mean, did this guy even have a script, or is he just winging the whole thing? It sounds like he's winging
He
the
always
whole
sounds
thing.
like he's
And we go
hungover,
on to the
honestly.
Aurora Formula 1 series.
Oh, and here's
Edwards
another
chased in
crash.
the lane by Kennedy
I mean,
and
get
Lotta,
me some
and
I've
Walter
recently
in the Lotus
released a few
crushes with
videos where I
Kennedy.
kind of sound like that, and I'm not happy about them.
While
They
they
shouldn't
enjoy
really
their
exist.
spin, Edwards goes off all by himself and charges through
Bye.
the wet grass with his foot on the floor in this extraordinary and
Off the track.
remarkably successful
Turn around.
attempt to rejoin the race.
He just wanted to pick some pineapples.
Does he get in
Also
trouble
trying to
for
reclaim
going off the
this
track?
race after a spin, a gentleman who would probably love to remain anonymous. After all, we normally expect to see Agostini winning, not spinning. Mind you, he wasn't the
his
only one.
name's
Watch this
Agostini.
pair collect the catch fencing in perfect harmony. Two minds thinking as one. And we all know what they're thinking, don't we?
Now, see, this should be a sport.
What?
Synchronized
trying to
crashing.
spin out. Synchronized crashing? Oh yeah, they put their legs up in the air and stuff. Bye! Aww. They should be winning, not spinning. Should we just keep
From
saying that the whole time?
The most extraordinary single-seater accident ever.
The Nuremberg? That's the,
Watch out now.
I know from watching
Man
too
from
much
Winkle.
Top Gear that's the standardized,
Oh,
how fast the
bam!
car can go. He doesn't even have much car left after that. It all came off.
And
What a waste of
the
money.
first,
I know.
Like, so much money goes
Ow,
into
ow,
building
ooh,
that
ooh,
shit.
not much dangerous in front, but the car was not bad. Only over the jumps, and I think it's danger in this part, in this special part. The next lap I go carefully.
It's like the wind
third
was
lap
too
I go
strong and he just
carefully.
blew
The
away.
fourth lap
Well, the thing
same.
about the
But,
Formula One cars is they are light
the car
enough for that
goes
to
very
happen. Like,
quickly,
they've got that the thing at the front
onwards,
that makes the
lifts.
wind go up. But if you
And
get a
I
little
have
bit
no
of
chance,
lift,
no control
then that's what
over
happens.
the car.
I thought he was a kite from.
Now here comes a man often referred
You just
to as
wanted to be
an
happy.
pressurist and
Oh yeah,
why?
look at that sponsorship. Smoke Marlboro cigarettes. 6 of them. He's just run off with the car. I hope he was part of the crew.
Yes,
And not
someone
just
else
someone random going,
still
I got a bit of the car! Woo! I got the guitar pick!
Oh, it's Roberto Guerrero? What's Roberto gonna do?
Call up his brother afterwards and say,
Chavo?
I had a bad time. Eddie?
Once again, we're back to the
Eddie.
good old days of black and white. Although
The good old days?
Roberto
What, you
Guerrero's
enjoyed
case,
that?
most certainly
Who's who?
showed
Can't
ground.
see the colours.
I like black and white. Normally, if a movie's in like
Hey.
black and white, it means I'm gonna enjoy it.
Hey, black and white
Now, here's
movies
a
are great,
marshal
but
who
I don't
has
know
learned
about
to
black
do
and white
it.
car racing. Like even black and white sports, like if their teams are too similarly lined,
That's true,
I mean they have better
Here's a
mustaches
Fiesta
for
driver
sure.
who
but they would
hasn't learned to stay on
generally,
his.
like I imagine, consider that. Oh, those are cute little cars.
Oh yeah, this is rally racing. They use things like Suzuki Swifts and
Goes over
Morris
a number
Minors
of
and other
times
hot
going down
hatchbacks
the
to
hill,
do it.
but
Usually they do
But
rally
no
racing
serious
off-road
injuries
as well, and it's ridiculous because the cars, they do not survive one race. They take these little... Really, I had a Suzuki Swift. You remember I used to drive that way too fast and get the wheels up and shit?
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to do that in the mud.
See, what I want to see, what I think is like, so there's got these like millions and millions of dollars going into Formula One cars and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
just...
You know what I
just
want to see?
Race the Suzuki Swifts.
flies.
Have a
They
competition
land
that's
rather
all
hard on the other
about
side.
having your team go to a junkyard. All the teams go to the same junkyard. And you
Junkyard
just have
races?
to pick up a car.
That sounds like something that
you
would be on
can't
the
change
History Channel.
anything. You can't change anything about the car. You just race it.
Yeah, it sounds like something that would be on the History Channel.
That would be
And they
brilliant.
get away with it on the History Channel too, because they're old cars.
They are old cars.
Like, you know how we used to watch like the Animal Planet for watching
Parts,
animal
of course, don't
documentaries,
have
and
any
now it's like
suspension,
rednecks
so
wrangling
this probably
snakes.
wasn't damaged.
And people
Making
like
it
going,
a
we're out here looking for
tiring,
Bigfoot.
isn't it?
Yeah,
We're
that-
gonna find us a squatch.
That's on
Peters
Discovery,
is
I
the
think,
aviator
and
who was shot from Brands
and then
Hatch.
yeah, on the
He
actual
carried
History
on.
Channel they have that antiques, not roadshow because that's good, but like the best I can do is
did, some
$5.
Yeah, and those guys that go around and like, and just like go to
One of these
junkyards
men is
and say,
Brazilian,
"I'll give you
Maurizio
$5 for
Guglielmin, the
this
other
thing,
is
Oh, wait,
but I'm
not
totally going to
junkyards,
sell
no.
for $100."
Which is which.
The sheds,
Yeah, the sheds and stuff, and junkyards too, though.
Actually,
but
no,
they
that's
like
Guglielmin
buy a shed
upside
without
down.
knowing what's in it.
Oh, there's that one too. Yeah, I remember that show.
Man,
Do you reckon they ever found one of these cars in one of those
Inside a
sheds?
Formula Ford. What a terrible fate. Here's the moment
that's
again.
the thing.
This
I
is how he
kind of
got
want to
there.
watch that show, but I know it's set up.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Can you imagine the neck problems you'd have after
And
a
here,
crash like that?
some Formula Ford action, so fast and frantic it's hard to
All
follow.
right, so we're obviously
And
already a
hard to
little bit
believe
bored
that
with
the only
this.
things getting hurt here are
Oh no, I'm riveted.
Okay, I'll wait another 5
Oh
minutes.
boy, I'm so excited. Oh look, another crash. It
Formula
looks
Ford,
exactly
though,
the same as the
every
last
sort
one.
of favourite.
A Havoc favorite, so they keep playing it in all the
Looks familiar.
videos. So Havoc itself is a brand name that was
Very familiar.
directed by, paid for, created by a man named Brian Kresge. Kresge. Yeah, he basically made his fortune at the start buying and selling VCRs.
Cool.
Yes, he was a video guy all the way, and he made these Havoc videos to go, you know, someone's going to buy them. It's got cars on the front, and it says Havoc, and people are going to crash.
Cool.
He went on to actually film F1 and rallies before
Really?
he started doing the compilations. So a lot of these compilations are from his own footage, because he would be directing and paying for all these cameras to happen at a lot of these rallies. So that's what he did.
Rallying.
One fateful day, he got into a private jet full of 200 litres of fuel, ready to go off on a plane ride with his brother, 2 sons, and one of his sons' girlfriends, and it exploded, and then as it was exploding, it coasted into a building. Yeah, you weren't getting anything out of that. No bodies. So, yeah, that's my interesting story. I said there was an interesting story about that, and unfortunately it didn't take very long to get to the punchline, but yeah, he exploded. The guy who made the crash exploding thing.
Looks a little weird.
Money in this is Peter Schindler.
The guy who makes the
double
crash
layered.
explosions is exploded.
Hasn't he spent a lot?
Yep, there it is too. Look,
Why is it
where's
double
my hand?
You're right. It
Where's
is.
my hand?
Donington.
Why is it double layered?
Hey, I was talking about how the explosion guy made the explosions and then he exploded. I don't need no double layering. Ain't no one got time for that. Keep my hand up here until you can... Hold on, I'll put my beer up there until you can get my beer back. Where's my beer?
Somewhere underneath.
Pete, get my beer back!
Almost certainly.
Why is that two?
I want my beer back! Bring it back!
And
Is it a
Alan
glitch,
Bird.
maybe?
This rather odd meeting.
The beer's been taken by What's Wrong with Christian Rock. That's cool.
What's going on here?
We had a crash.
We've had our own smash into the fence. Okay, so it is actually the whole thing. It's
And
just
sometimes it's rather more painful and less spectacular.
What did you...
oh no!
Oh, there you are!
Why is that there?
We got a separate
Here's
camera
more aviation
from the
from
Logitech.
Formula 3.
We got
Oh.
double cameras!
Here is Andrew
Nice!
Scott.
Let's have double cameras.
And
Yeah!
we name him fearlessly now
Double
in revenge for the
cam.
fear.
Yeah,
he struck
we
into
Why
can-
is that there?
David
Don't
Stanley,
delete it.
who was looking at it
Just
from
put
this
it on
angle and fled in a most
Blind
appalling
for a
fashion.
while. And you put it down there. Separate peak cam in the
Here's one for
corner.
chauvinists
like-
everywhere. Spot the woman driver.
Yeah, I replugged in my Logitech because I was doing some stuff. I was
Double
doing
angles. We should angle that somewhere nice.
And they want to give
Close
him
up
cheap
on Bat
insurance.
Prince's nose hair. Oh, bye camera. Should have just put it on don't look at it. You could use that. You could actually pull that under the TV, right?
On the
and
other
have
hand,
it sitting
John Nielsen
on
probably
this,
can't
or,
get
you know,
insurance after
under
this
the TV,
attempt
so I
to
can
pole the
put-
Armco and dive into the Monaco harbour.
the video sitting on the table
the
there.
tape in front of it.
Yeah.
I'll sort that
Actually-
out for next time.
Yeah, of course.
Bit of
It's just an
injustice.
idea.
Too
You wouldn't
much
wanna get
work
through
now.
it.
I know it's too much
Over
work now. I just, I gotta talk about something that's not Volkswagen Formula One's crashing and their wheels coming off.
If it's raining, this must be England, and if this is
What was that
saloon
year
car racing,
for? Was that for my
must
idea?
be
Is that a good
Birmingham.
idea? Yeah, VHS cam. It should just be
That
on
must be
the
Frank
actual cover.
Someone
That'd be
else already
great.
Spinning. That makes 3. Sittner on fire.
It's like, because people always rock in going, what are you watching?
Hmm.
Oh, it's there.
That's true. That's a good point. That would be a nice feature.
Managing to stay
Yeah.
on his feet.
You have to
And
find
here comes
somewhere to
number
put it
4
because it
into the
doesn't look
catch
like your
fencing.
screen is going to...
Oh look,
Allow
John
for
Louis
it right
Schlesser.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
And now watch
like the
this
idea.
as Frank Sittner leaps over
like
the
my own
guardrail to
ideas.
try and release John
Anyway,
Louis
we're
Schlesser.
talking about how the guy
Has
who
to
makes
jump
the Crash and
clear
Burn
as in
videos
comes
made a
another.
Crash and Burn
He
life.
exploded.
He way exploded. Like, that's the first thing that popped up when I started researching. I'm like, that's enough.
What kind of building did it smash into?
It was one of those buildings. This was a private jet. It was one of those private airplane buildings
That's an
at the
expensive
runway
car
sort of
park.
thing.
This is
Damn.
Brands Hatch,
Yeah.
and it's
So, like,
your
that's a
own
lot
back
of
time
money
again.
worth of damage. Not just the private jet and
Aim for the
the fact that
cameraman.
it's an air control building or something like that.
Monsieur
Like, I
Patrick.
couldn't imagine it was like a house or a hotel. If it's
So when was that? Did you find out when, roughly?
Oh, Jeebus, I just got excited about it exploding. I think it was 90s sometime. It was before the millennium.
And
I
now
don't
it's
think
our
it had a date
This
on
is
it,
one
but it
of
might have a
Havoc's
date on there.
best-known incidents.
Oh, damn it, you're
Coronation
asking me
crashing
things I didn't
Sandport
research.
in 1985.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was
Anyone
feeling sick this
who's
weekend.
ever had to follow a metro
and I
on
didn't
the
really put
motorway
too
will
much
be
work into
cheering now.
things. Except for other stuff. I like how my Google phone remembers the things I did on the computer.
And Animal Liberation Front activists will probably be round
Fireball
to slip something
death
in our
flies.
drinks after this.
Uh-oh.
Let's see, is there a date on here?
Oh, that is
Worry,
close.
chaps, this one
Oh.
got away. This time.
Oh, puppy. Oh, no, it's a bunny. That's
The
it.
Havoc isn't always on the racetrack. Sometimes
Copyright
it's in the pits,
2000,
along with
the
hundreds of
article is
gallons
from,
of
so it's probably
high-octane fuel.
late 90s, early 2000s.
Fire in the pits, and that Rambo's never around when you need a hero.
Yeah, it doesn't say the actual date, but it does say copyright 2000, so I'm assuming it was in the year 2000.
Damn.
Mm.
Here is one.
When does it get to the fights between the drivers?
One man
This isn't
who
hockey.
stayed put,
Yeah, but
turned off
drivers do fight
airlines
sometimes.
to compress
Yeah.
their bottles,
Yeah.
averting a major disaster by
I've
his
heard that they
swift
sometimes
action.
have punch-ups in the pits.
Punch-ups in the pits?
Oh, look at him go!
Disaster
If I ever did
averted,
like Formula 1
and here
racing,
comes Rambo.
I'd want my,
Should that be the Keystone
I want my
Cops?
crew to be called Tism.
It's alright, chaps, the
Tism,
fire's out,
yeah.
so just chuck the water anywhere you
Would you
like.
get actual Tism to be your
I would
crew?
love to get actual Tism, but who the hell is actual Tism?
Silverstone,
Isn't it
Formula
been like
Ford,
a million
and you know
different
this
guys
driver
and they
will
just
be leaning on
you
the
have an
bars and
idea of a
telling
band and
everyone
they just keep
just
getting
what
different
this
people?
felt like.
You'll never
But
know.
You'll never
you're
know.
watching history in the making. Look at it again. This was the Havoc series' first ever perfect score.
Tism's one of those
10
Australian
out of
bands that
10.
I wouldn't think
Skill,
if I listened to the
degree
music
of
that I've liked,
difficulty,
but I always
and
go back and
artistic
listen to them
impression.
again.
They're so weird.
I saw them live at Meredith once and they were wearing helium balloons. Like
Cool.
weather balloons. Giant ones that were bigger than them. They're just
Suffice it to
running
say that
around
Rory
with them.
McCarthy went
That's
to
what I
race
would
in
wanna
America
do.
They were probably
soon
like,
after
let's
this
do a
Untitled
gig
Chapter.
where we're a little bit off the ground, and they couldn't get that.
That guy dodged that tire so good.
Thing
Yeehaw!
again, lock wheels with another driver and some
America.
Is it
Look at this.
boing? Is it talent
What's-
or is it just luck?
Luck.
Now, here's a bloke who was a
The
lot
thing
happier
is-
than he deserved to be.
Because really, that
This
could have bounced
isn't.
any
This
direction.
is not a Faces of Death video, so we're gonna have to go with like people getting seriously injured but not dead, right?
Here's another.
But I've seen clips like these where the cars do just run straight into the crowd, people,
Yeah.
and they
So,
just explode on impact, blood everywhere.
Yeah,
It's probably from
Hardly
Faces of
has
Death,
the dust
actually.
settled.
it might be. I haven't
Here
watched
comes
Faces of
another.
Death since like I was a kid, so
Yeah. You think we
these
could-
days when I watch a mixtape, I don't really prefer ones with
This
gore.
perhaps the most
Well, that's the thing about
astounding
Faces
incident
of
from the Hill
Death,
Climb
it's,
series.
It's
Yet
before
another
mixtapes.
lucky
It was
escape
actually
in a
produced by
decade
video.
of lucky
movie
That's not actually
companies and
true.
stuff.
It actually is probably about the era that the mixtape started.
Okay, so they were trying to capitalize on the idea of mixtapes, but they
Well,
did
maybe-
hire people to film fake death scenes
Yeah.
alongside
Formula
a
Ford's
couple of
always
real
fun, even
surgery
more so at
videos
the
and
annual
news
Formula
footage.
Ford Festival. It's the
Very
same as every
interesting
other race,
kind
but
of,
more so.
I don't know what's the word for it. Cheeky?
Cheeky?
Is there like
Man on
an
the grass,
evil, deathy
incidentally,
word for cheeky?
Petron Gasho.
Morbid?
Yeah, there you go. It's morbid, but not in the morbid of just watching morbid stuff. It's like a morbid
Formation
strategy.
spinning and
I don't know.
formation
I'd just
wheel
say
clipping.
cheeky.
Well, look at the size of that grid. You can't help thinking
Look at the size of that
something
grid.
That's
bound
a
to go
grid.
wrong.
Mm.
I've seen many a grid, and that sure is one of them.
And you were right, weren't you?
So if this guy legitimately still does these
Yeah.
Formula One things, why?
I don't know.
Like, if he sucks this hard, why? Have they
Because
not
they-
just got rid of him?
Well, he's a classic, and I don't know. You know what I find interesting is when I did look him up, and I looked up,
Just a
you
touch
know,
of
presenters
wheels
and
is
stuff.
all
They're
it
the guys
takes.
that have those
The
microphones,
result
that have that
is total
lipped,
havoc.
curved bit, but you stick the microphone right up against your face to say, this is where you talk into the microphone. I mean, these old guys, like, I don't know how to work this thing,
Now,
just hold it
rallying
up
is
to
a
your face.
gentleman's sport, as you can tell, not by what they say, but
There we go, rallying. You see, I actually kind of like rallying. Apparently the driver
what they don't
doesn't
say.
know what the hell he's doing. He's just
Kenneth Erickson
putting
is
his
doing
foot
rather
down,
better
right?
than this these
And then there's
days.
this guy sitting next to him with a book, kind of like you and I. And the guy with the book is like, okay, coming up is a hard
Bertie
left,
Fisher
and
did
he'll
really
hard
well
left.
to bring
He's
this
like coming up as a
forward
soft left, and he'll soft left.
with
The
no
rally
brakes.
cars, exactly, don't know
right.
what they're doing, and the guy
What
next to
the
them is
fuck?
telling them.
Oh, he's waving like.
Yeah, like they're gonna see. I think the car is the big clue there.
That's the kind of understatement that you seldom expect from the Irish. Jeepers, well done.
That's the thing. It's the guy with the notebook who's like, no, we don't want to drive into people. You're meant to go right.
You're meant to take a turn there. Oh, I skipped a step.
Imagine
He's
doing the
he's
same
the old
thing in
school
dark.
GPS going in 300 meters, turn left.
Wait, they're racing at nighttime now?
Yeah, they don't need to see. This is what I mean.
That's-
Like, it's a stupidly interesting sport. And
That's a disaster waiting to happen.
yeah. But as I said before, rally is usually done in not
You'd think when
supercars.
you
They're done
live
in
the
like
desert,
Suzuki
not much
Swifts,
can go
like
wrong.
hot hatchback
All
sort of
that
thing.
wide open space
Oh, they're
around
into
you,
car now.
and you'd be wrong.
Oh, we got some Momo bikes.
Yay.
Woo!
Oh, he fell off.
Yeah. Oh, wow. How
It's
could
not
you
our
have
fault.
thought that would happen?
You're not the only one.
Oh,
He went into the sand. That was his problem.
Oh.
He shouldn't have been riding his bike in the sand.
Optimism all
Now, we know about the safety with,
absolutely
like,
no hope
four-wheelers
at all,
down
but
sand.
never
Yeah.
mind, let's try anyway.
Never try to go down too fast because the sand could be sinky.
smashy, smashy.
You see, he should have pulled up.
Four-wheel
Ah.
drive
Maybe
vehicles
he was-
tend
he
to land
should have
slightly
just
better
not
than the
done
two-wheel
this.
kind.
Although
Oh.
the guy on our safety
But
vid
only
did
slightly.
tell us that we shouldn't be driving in sand without a permit.
Trials
Because
riding
it
is a
ruins the
remarkably
sand.
difficult sport, requiring for its success courage, talent, finely honed skill, and of course an astonishingly good
Hey,
sense
trails
of balance.
riding. This is kind of like what we used to with the other four-wheel drive video
Oh,
that
he
we
just
watched
got
10 years
faced.
ago, where it looks like it's really, ooh, that's some broken teeth, huh? Smack right into the wheel. Where it says that it's going to be exciting, but really they're trying to get over things really slowly. Hooray! I mean,
It's
if
not
it's
impossible.
like that, maybe
Now
not
I'm
put
gonna
the
go
track
get some
there.
surgery.
Of
Spit
course,
out a
it
few
isn't only
teeth.
trials bikes that fall over. Rob McElney's Suzuki
Oh.
did it here,
You sure?
Sometimes other bikes fall over too.
Do they?
here,
This commentator is brilliant.
and again here.
He definitely did not have
And
a
here.
script. He's winging it.
And here's some hay. Some.
They probably were just like, "Hey, we're doing this video, right?
But he's not alone.
You're a commentator.
Just
Off you
commentate.
go."
They gave him 2 cans
Someone
of
else
hard
can't wait to
cider
join in,
and a microphone.
Whoa, that was close.
but he's not alone.
He's
That
not
was a
alone.
close call.
Oh, that's a gravel rash.
And on a sidecar outfit, of course, you're never
Oh,
alone.
the
Your
sidecars.
chair passenger
They're
stays with you
dumb
no
looking.
matter where you go,
Splash.
and no matter what goes wrong.
The smoke looked like water. That's why I
Steve
said
Webster
splash.
and Tony Hewitt were in the lead at the Dutch
Bang
TT,
smash.
but some things
Splash.
just aren't destined to last.
Don't you talk to me about destiny, you dumbass commentator.
Maybe talk to the guy who made the video about Destiny.
Yeah, he made
First time
explosion
the water
videos and
splash
then
has been part
exploded.
of the TT race.
Oh, it is actual water.
Yeah.
Huh.
They put a water trap there.
Never
They
mind.
thought it'd be interesting.
I mean, it's not less interesting than the rest of the
We're
video.
on board with Randy Momola now, and this being Havoc, you must have realised that's another situation that isn't destined to last much longer.
Oh, you've done it. You
Stop
just
talking about destiny.
got yourself. You played yourself, buddy.
I can just imagine the cow
Of course,
sitting on the
he didn't
sidelines going,
always
I
fall
wanted to
off.
eat that hay. Run! Run!
You can do it. You can do it. Just one leg over. One leg over.
Famous Havoc sequences, and it's doubtful whether this is a moment of bike control or bike in control.
Or dumb luck. No, that's not control. That flick out the forward, he would have like really hurt an ankle doing that. That wasn't thought about very properly.
The object of this exercise is to
What's
slide
this?
on your
World
bike
Records
100
Day.
miles an hour.
Oh, why?
It sounds terrible.
Successful or otherwise, we still don't know why.
That's what I just said. Half time.
Oh, look out, they've let the woman drive again.
You're gonna pretend your electric bike is a motorbike?
It is a motorbike. It's got an electric motor. It is a bike with a motor. It's a motorbike.
Well, I hate to be the
Barclay!
one to say I told you so, but I told you so.
What did you tell us, though?
And here's another stunt, which
Barclay.
isn't
There
easy to
was-
say the first time, so I won't repeat it.
Man, he got paid for this, and he's not even going to repeat the things that he was meant to say. Valet trucks, Dr. Pepper. See, this isn't a mistake. He deliberately drove into that.
That was the
John
point,
Humble and Nick
apparently.
Starkey star in this short sequence.
One of the bankruptcy for medical bills
And
is this.
no partial
Havoc!
suggestion. Starkey was saying into the intercom mic.
We're just watching.
You missed the ironic part, where the guy who made this video
However,
died
it seemed to be
in
better
an
defense
exploding
than the
aeroplane.
Yeah. Private jet, 200 liters of rocket fuel went up. And then he hit a building after.
Can we have that clip in
As
it?
so many
I mean-
other stars.
Oh, there he goes. That's I should have warned him.
Unscathed.
That's a lot of jet fuel.
Remember Jimmy McRae?
Yeah, that's
earlier
all
on?
he'd say.
Here
too.
he is.
That's a lot of jet
He
fuel.
has to
Moving
win
on.
to secure the title.
I mean,
He
this
has
is
to
Havoc.
win. Oh no,
You should have
he's
known
not-
that destiny was against him.
Destiny was all kinds of against him. You know what's funny, Craig? I was like looking at my Twitch dashboard today, like this morning, and where it says like the channels that you share the most viewers with, it's all people in like it's you, it's Blake,
Now, some more.
it's just all of you guys,
This
Beck,
is our very first
that I share the most
11
viewers
out
with,
of 10
which means that it's basically just all of us
accidents.
going around to each other's channels.
That's called a society. Boing.
Ooh.
I won't say I told you so, but I told you so.
That crash was
Lovely stuff.
so intense
And
that
if you wait
describing
long
it would be
enough,
difficult,
the
so I'm
star
not gonna.
performer will eventually emerge to take his bow.
Nope, he's dead.
Nope. Wait for it. Dun 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 dun. It's like a birth. but-
Eventually.
They got
There he
those
is,
two
the
guys
man
in there and
coming
they're
out
like,
of the back.
ugh.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh boy!
Quick before it explodes! Run! It's got
Run
200 liters of
Right,
shell.
properly.
Might have
fuel.
taken a wrong turn there.
You know what I find scary every now and then in my life? I just a
Here
thought
it is
that pops
again,
into
and
my
it was
head.
given that very
The
first
guys that
11
make a
out
lot of
10
this fuel,
degree
Shell.
of difficulty.
We live right there,
It's not Shell anymore.
isn't it?
No,
Still, it could pop.
it could pop.
And we would go. Because that's where we are.
Well, I mean, I think
All for artistic
we're probably close enough to
interpretation.
where it would be over pretty quick. So
Yeah.
we've got that going for us, which is nice.
Stuff, and at least
Yeah,
then
it's
we
like
don't
living
speak
right in the
to
middle of the
anyone
Nevada
and
desert,
everyone else
right?
knows
I remember like it's like every Wednesday or something or
Tuesday
Tuesday that they do
morning.
their little test thing where the alarm goes off. There was one time where I was streaming when I was still living with Sky, and it was not that day, and the alarm sounded really intense, and I was streaming and I was sitting there
He
like,
didn't want to give up.
well, that's
He wanted
unusual.
to
So
race so badly.
if
The marshals ran
if
to
there's an
help
explosion there, I'm
Yeah.
going to die live on stream,
Yep.
You're
him.
going to see a
Attempted
big
to
explosion,
remount the machine.
and then it will all be over.
I always
something
get
wrong
so concerned if
and
it's
tried
not
to
Tuesday.
stop
Like
it.
if I hear it, I go, "Oh, it's Tuesday morning." It's not Tuesday morning. It's not Tuesday. I'm gonna
To
die.
explain the
I'm so
situation to him.
just used to it now. Oh, yeah, there we go. He punched him. It's like,
Yeah.
no, stay away.
Get off of me. I'm
He
getting
tried
back
to
in the
punch
race.
him.
Wonder what he's
Don't
saying into
touch
the radio.
me.
More Havoc history. We've seen a score of 10. This is our first ever count of 10.
Get out of here. You frickin'
Von Haslam heading
paparazzi.
out for the count here.
Whoa.
And on
Oh,
an oil
what got a
spill to the
headache.
Trans hatch, A whole clutch of riders down, all in the same tangle. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, all down on the same spot. I said 5, all down on the same spot, sorry.
God damn it. Sorry!
This moment, in one of the more recent Havocs.
Here we go.
Oh, this one's extreme.
ATVs, we know about these things.
That was not safety. That was not well practiced safety.
No. I mean, where is he even?
Well, to be fair, the guy in the helmet's just been in a crash. So, just knee him in the gut. He's not going to see it
What
coming.
is this?
Whee!
It's like the same, except there's 2 people this time.
Good job the spectators are
Maybe we
sympathetic
just
and helpful, though.
shouldn't be driving there.
Here's a man with no excuses. He's not even driving a Volvo.
Oh, Volvo driver joke! Get it?
I get it, that's funny!
Because the
Oh, he just
Volvo-
skipped a whole lap. He just skipped a whole lap. Well done. That's... No, never mind, he lost his tyre.
He is, though.
Oh! Smash.
But you don't have to be.
That was underwhelming as hell!
I love underwhelming smashes. Stop.
Although having a Swedish car is an advantage.
I mean,
Or
stop
being
being
Swedish
racist against
yourself.
car makes.
At the wheel here, Roger
That's not why they're
Sandberg,
falling over.
and running away, a large number of jolly lucky spectators, none of whom was hurt.
Oh, they're jolly lucky.
Jolly lucky. You heard it
The
here
opportunity
first,
for Roger
folks.
Sandberg to wriggle in embarrassment while we enjoy the moment one more time.
Enjoy the spectators being crushed.
Hey, yeah, you're kind of right there.
Matty
James.
Alamati is now a
Racing is just
retired
video game
multiple
speedrun,
Division
but
Two
without
champion,
the
but
Change
this
from just
is
talking.
Definitely Division 1
To
stuff.
speedruns?
This
Yeah.
is 911.
He's got a 911. Those things are
And here's
too
Alamati's
fast
deadly
for
rival
rally.
Martin Skanky, this time having an accident all by
They
himself
caused
for
some
a change.
buildings to fall over too.
Cautious.
911s.
But though he may be alone, he's not the only one.
Did you don't want to dignify that?
In this sequence,
I just find it amazing that I know what the hell he's talking about. I'm not a car person at all, but I do like watching those old men be racist on Top Gear. So
Are they racist on
then
Top Gear?
here's the final rally
it's,
cross
I
sequence.
swear it's
I
just
remember
so
they
they get
pissed
caught.
off the Argentinians, but
Yeah.
other than that, I don't really remember any racism issues.
I think mainly what they do is deliberately shock jock.
It is a little bit.
I really don't think that they're as bad as they seem to be on their show. I think they're mainly shock jock, but
California,
Clarkson is a dickhead,
the largest
though.
loony
he
bin in
is.
the world.
But I also think that he plays
Everyone
up.
here
No, he's a
has
dickhead.
I
either
think
got
it's both.
more money
I think
than
he's a real big
sense,
dickhead
or
and
they're
he
young,
plays it
blonde,
up.
and beautiful, and just dying
No, he's
to
a
meet
dickhead.
someone.
Honestly, go on his Twitter for like an hour
Oh,
and
okay.
just scroll through
Actually,
it. He's
they only
he's
have
an
yacht
idiot.
clubs,
I'd rather not. I'd rather just
movies.
Yeah,
enjoy the
just-
show
Meanwhile,
because the show is
those with
entertaining
hardly
enough.
any money,
Yeah.
and even less
Yeah,
sense,
avoid his-
get on with the
his
business
IRL
of behaving in
stuff.
an incredibly
Yeah,
stupid
I do
fashion
that with
in
most
cars.
people.
Should I like start popping one of these every time there's a crash? Like
I told you to start drinking every time there was a crash.
I've already
Next
finished
time
my drink.
someone asks you,
Oh.
I wonder what the poor people are doing
Here we go,
tonight,
here we go.
you'll be able to tell them.
It doesn't work. Oh, we have more. Same order there. Let's see if I can do a better pour this time.
No, but that's great.
Rallying again and more up to date.
But I
Let's
do
get your own
remember
back
when
track.
Steve-O talked
Time
about
to
doing
please.
something similar. And now he's a pioneer for internet
nearly.
security.
Well, the funny thing is, when like Steve-O would have encouraged that kind of behavior, he probably had no
Now,
money
the
to
wrong
steal
way to do it.
because he would have spent it all
Followed
on
by
the
the wrong
beat
way
of
to
the
do it,
seat of the
especially when
peak.
you're famous and wired for sound.
Pizza?
Sure.
Over that second crest, it drops down to a square left, difficult to stop.
Pizza with cheese and pepperoni.
Less than 2 minutes
As I
here.
get older,
Yeah.
my pizzas become thinner.
Oh, Derek.
Mine don't.
I used
I'm
to
still
love
all
the big
about that spaghetti on my pizza.
Give me that
Alright.
bolognese.
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
I
It's
see into
delicious.
You want to do it at home? Just get Campbell's because it tastes very similar to what they
That
used
wasn't
to
the
make.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh,
I make
nice.
my own dough, and
This is
then
where we
I
spun before.
He's here. Let him go.
Yeah?
Look at cheese.
You make your own dough, all that
Oh, quick,
Twitch stuff. What's this?
Shit.
Oh, that was meant to be the driver for the controls that I bought.
Oh no, no wonder your controls
Go
are
on.
shit. They come with the
Sorry.
driver or the panda on it.
Everything,
Patrick, don't worry.
like, from mid-2000s till about 2013
Came with a little
Came
tiny
came with a
Nice.
little
stick.
tiny disc.
A little tiny disc with a panda
I remember
on it.
one time I bought a,
Got to keep
was
it
it
in the
was
tracks, Derek.
an adapter
And
for,
if Derek Bell can't pay us back for that,
I
here's
think
someone in
a
the
Game
forest
Boy
who
or
can
something,
actually
so I could plug my Game
there.
Boy into the computer.
Yeah, my old Xbox
And
controls had
the disc it came with was just like driver disc, and when I put it in, it was just full of games,
Oh, nice.
like ROMs.
Whoa. They're drivers,
Now, this
right?
is silly.
Sure.
Very
I
I
silly
mean, those
indeed.
drivers aren't going to die like these ones.
There was some driving games.
Whoa, like stunt.
The simplest of
what was it
rules,
called?
the
What
winner
is
will be
this
the
shit?
first
Come
one to
on.
complete 20
You see now-
laps with at least a portion of caravan still in tow.
The thing is, Top Gear did this once,
Protests would
but
be
I didn't know it was
considered,
an actual thing.
but only if supported with $100 on the bar.
The only way I'm doing this is if you have to have somebody in the caravan.
Trying to hold all the dishes down.
You're trying to do the dishes or something, yeah. Or trying to sleep, you know.
A black Valiant hearse with coffin seemed the least maimed.
Oh no!
God was clearly
Don't
saving
ruin
them
that.
for another day.
I want
The
one.
devil had certainly got the
too
rest.
late.
Man,
Meanwhile,
that's a
they're
car
trying to
that
get
I'd
our
want to
camera
have in my
crews
garage that I just kind of polish every couple of weekends.
That was
Missed
a
him,
lot
but
of
only
red on
just.
that car.
I think it's more the.
This is what it
Oh
looks
no,
like
you're
with
right.
the
There's been
quarry.
spray painted to be that color.
Yeah.
It looks like something's gone wrong with the color correction on the TV,
Mm.
but it's actually spray painted to be that
Which
Which
color.
wouldn't
Here's a
surprise me
very
because it's
quick way to spend a
VHS,
whole
but
load of money.
nope, that's not the
Take
reason.
half a dozen Porsche 962s.
Do not
for,
adjust your
say,
television
quarter
set.
of a million each. Add in a couple
Wow,
of
look at
Mercedes
them
worth
come
about
around
the
the-
same.
They look like
Just
aliens,
drive
these
them into
cars.
each other like this.
F1s, yeah.
Well, not now. If these are F1s, then like now they don't, but back here they did. Nice dodge, and that guy reversed like, I'm gonna get you. Oh!
They do. What jerks? If I can't win, nobody
Don't
will.
worry about the drivers.
What an asshole!
They escaped unhurt.
What an
You
asshole!
can say for the wallets involved.
It's because he's grumpy that he kind of got forced out of the race by the crash that happened in front of him.
And all that fire. Man, this should be exciting.
I'm excited. I am.
But we're like
This
35 minutes
It's
into
an
an hour.
invitation race. The best of the world's riders come to Spain to contest this race at the
Locust!
price of big money.
Oh!
Hope
Yep!
to see what happened if the bad
Stacks
ones
on.
had showed up as well. Now watch out for number 7, Brian Morrison, and number 14, Ray Swan. There he is, just punting Morrison in the back and pushing him off, and very wisely getting back on the throttle. and getting out
He
of there
chases
before
him
Morrison
away.
catches him.
Hey, foul!
It's time for me to take my first note.
Does Anders Anderson bother to pick up this small fragment of bodywork?
That's
Whoa.
about 37 minutes.
Yeah, 37.
But
We've
as
got
we've
the,
seen,
come back
this
here.
sort of
No,
thing
no,
comes
no.
to the
Punch you
very
in the
best.
face. And
What's the
and
tape called again?
It's called Havoc.
Argentina and Wayne
Where's it
Gardner,
going?
number
No, it's
2,
up there.
can't
Yeah, Havoc.
believe
The
that
best
the
of
race has
Havoc.
started while the official with the red flag is still on the racetrack.
Best of. See, I need to start taking notes for like our potential live show that I want to do one day.
More than Randy Ramones
Or at least
fans
mixtapes.
can
By the
believe
way,
what
37.59. This guy's taking a piss.
37.59.
Japanese
Take
rider
that.
Tadahiko Tairo is the one doing all the flying here, although of a rather different kind.
Whee!
And here's another technique courtesy of Pier Francesco
Pish. That's
Chili.
what I'm gonna write about that one. It's just pish. Oh, we need a flip. Oh, a flip. Oh, nearly took you out there. Do we try to
Alright,
add our own commentary
alright.
onto it?
No.
Oh, this one might be destiny, guys.
I think that's
This
more
is
the
destiny.
Tadahiko Tairo
Here
again,
comes
this time
destiny.
taking
Oh,
the
destiny!
approach after the end of the race.
I like how your commentary is a reference to the commentary that had already come and wouldn't be
I told
funny
him
without
so.
it. Hey!
We couldn't believe
Get off
what
the
had
right.
happened. Here it is again. The red mist going on just a little bit too long.
Whoops. Oh, you knocked me, you jerk.
Oh, my butt. See, people hurting their butts is funny.
Ah.
Ow, my butt.
And there's more of it.
I do
about
kind of
here.
like in motorbike crashes that the guys
Skanky.
look like they finished falling,
They
but they're
follow
still
my
moving.
leader.
Yeah, they just kind of slide like. It's almost like they're still riding sometimes. They're just sliding along on their butts, like.
These two are playing the game rather harder. It's only nature, really,
Camel.
doing it in pairs, and everybody seems to be.
I don't know about anybody watching, but I kind of feel like a
Apart from
cigarette.
the Volvo test driver, a complete dummy with an insurance
Kinda look
history
like
that
a
would embarrass
cigarette.
the average woman. Like.
Oh man, look at him go. He should be winning, not spinning.
Is that your quote for Sunday?
I think
look out,
so.
those
Unless this
stunts
other
again.
dickhead says something funnier.
It's not funny though. That's why it's
That
a
is
thing.
cunning.
Well, I mean, most of my quotes aren't funny.
It's yeah, but most of them have like some kind of comedic ground where like they weren't meant to be funny and they turned out funny. This is not. That quote was just so not funny with the intention of being funny.
Then it then became funny
That
again.
it flatlined. It's the definition of like a death, like a comedic death. Take it to the cemetery, bury it.
Did you see that slow-mo?
It was pretty slow.
All those Hitler bugs gone.
This incredible accident in the IROC series left Bobby Allison unbelievably unhurt.
Unbelievably dead.
And so too Bobby Unser. Knocked onto the dust here by Scott Pruitt is Roberto Guerrero. Last seen in Havoc about 20 minutes ago, upside down at Monaco in a Formula 3 car.
Wait,
I
did
remember
this guy not have a
And as
crash
soon
earlier?
as
Yeah.
Guerrero gets the whole
said
Oh, that's what
thing
he was saying.
sorted out,
Oh, sorry, I've stopped listening to him.
Ironhead Dale Earnhardt is off.
Yeah, Guerrero keeps getting flipped over.
Stopped on the
Rip
track.
Guerrero.
Earnhardt becomes a hazard which some people manage to miss. But not
That's
Roberto
the
Guerrero.
third brother, Earnhardt.
Not Roberto
And the outside track from on
Guerrero.
board.
Oh, Guerrero.
And if you
He
thought
had so
that
many
looked
problems
bad,
in
You need to
life.
practice.
This must have looked like to Mr. Unser.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Formula 3, and one
not
Mr.
good.
Brabham Jr. running wide
Wait,
fires his nose
were
cone
sequels?
straight up into the air.
To Formula 1?
Whoa.
This is
Oh.
Formula
Street
3.
race, the first corner.
Marlboro!
I think the way that it
In the
actually
making.
works is that Formula 1 is like most limits off. Formula 2 is like limited at a certain.
Too much happening to
Like,
too many people
power
to keep
or
track of
something.
it.
Formula 3 has even more restrictions, and so on and so forth. And it's basically just like,
Cool.
you know how in football there's like the AFL and then there's the VFL,
That
which is
really
like
is an
the
insurance claim.
not so good players.
Ah,
It's basically that.
I think it's
In one
kind
of
of
the
funny.
races-
that
You're
they
losing
put
the race to a tyre!
it- Yeah. Take over. Overtake. Quick,
It's
get
too
it!
late. That was the finish line. You lost.
There you go, Formula 3000. How many rules has that got?
As demonstrated
3,000.
by Andrea
Wow,
Chiesa
so many rules.
and
Well, Formula 1
Yakucho
has one rule.
One rule.
First one over the line wins.
and
Get out of
Kenny.
stuff, Pete. It's Carmageddon. For those who are about to die, we salute you.
Can we have like wacky races IRL? I mean, come on.
And Chiesa finishes the job
Yeah,
off
that's
properly.
that's what Death Race is. Not
Yeah,
the
that's not
ICP
IRL.
one.
That was a good movie.
No,
Death Race!
no, the
On to the
Carradine
next,
version.
two
The Carradine
young
version's good
drivers,
too,
Martin Donnelly
But
and
the
John
ICP
Lacey
dying in that
Gomez
movie was satisfying.
each other
You were
out
watching the film the other day with
Chicane.
Carradine playing a priest.
Remember Martini from
Daddy
Emma?
Carradine,
Still
not
the same.
that
Anywhere,
Carradine.
anyhow, anytime.
It seems like
And watch Eric
he
van
would
der
take
Poel's
anything
car
for money at
first
that
half.
point in his life.
Lots of drivers have wanted to do that at some
Well,
point
at most
or other.
points in his life, because he went to.
What's going on here? He's on a wire.
This looks suspiciously like
Oh, they
Phil
craned that
Andrews.
guy in.
Cool,
Why?
because it's fun.
And this looks suspiciously like an attempt to get the cameraman again.
Uh-oh. Get him!
Birmingham.
It didn't look like that at
Look,
all.
nothing like that. We've had closer calls with the cameraman earlier.
Donnelly's Reynard abandoned during
He's got
qualifying
camels
for the
on him
Super Prix.
too.
And then round comes
Kind of want to smoke.
Yeah, it's time for a smoke break.
Ah, you went the wrong way, dickhead! Woo!
him.
Oh, dickhead! Oh, you're fucked now, mate.
Donnelly understandably
If
upset.
that safety
Yellow
car out,
flags
yeah.
waving
The
like
thing with the
fury.
Formula 1
Clearly
cars
could have
is,
done
like,
this better
the,
if he'd
like
been
the amount of
able to
debris that
car.
spreads out when he does this hit, that can take a racer off the road. Like,
Because everything's made out of
This is the
fiberglass.
race
It's like that
proper
scene in
or
Gravity
rather improper.
when
And
haven't
Thomas
seen it.
Danielson's the man taking the hard exit on the first turn. He's
there
in there
was a
somewhere.
fiberglass explosion.
there was a satellite that exploded, but it went around the Earth.
But the
And then when it
British
came
racing
back, it was going to
doesn't
destroy
appear
the satellite
on
that
four
she was
wheels.
then on, and she's like,
With
no!
far worse consequences.
No, that movie is like one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
That said,
It's kind of like
Is that the one where they're just floating in space?
Basically.
But
but
Do they die at
everything
the
goes
end?
wrong. No, but everything
Oh,
goes wrong.
no.
She's on one
Any
satellite, it
injuries?
explodes. Then she's on another one, it explodes. She gets to a station, it explodes, and she's falling to Earth.
This
And then when she
formation
gets
in the World
to Earth,
Superbike
like
Championship was a
explodes.
favourite.
But like she
However,
lands in a
the
puddle and she
batting
nearly
got
drowns in
wrong.
the
Wait, how
puddle.
does she land?
Number two
I
inherited
can't
the lead,
remember
and
because I
number four
hated it
gets
so
taken
much. I
out.
put most
Well,
of
his
it out
own
of my
team
mind,
gets
except for it was one of
seriously
those
delayed on the
series
grass.
of unfortunate events. Like she
Flames
couldn't
as he gets
take a
back
break.
on the track.
Like even when she had
Battle about.
landed on Earth
Wellington
somehow,
Park,
she
lots
nearly
of riders
drowned in a
got
puddle
odds
of
wrong.
muddy
This is
water.
Terry Rymer doing it his way.
Sounds like a terrible movie. I have to watch it now.
It's bad. It's really bad. And like it got so many like
What's going on
up
here?
ratings, but
Unless
yet
you're
that
looking at a man with a
like the
live
Venom
wasp in his
prequel
leathers.
thing that Ryan Reynolds did called Life or whatever it was.
Don't
That
know.
was like a really good movie about him and like there's an alien being, but then it starts turning
Here's
all gooey and
Christine
starting
Farrell,
taking people
a
over.
rare
Like, that was
moment
good,
of
but it went
success
under the
of
radar
actually
because Gravity
staying in
came
the
out at the same
saddle.
time, and that had Sandra Bullock. Anyway,
She's not
back
bad.
to yeah, I know, but she gets overrated a little bit.
Does she?
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Some of the
know.
most famous bike
Anyway,
hits
back
It's one of those
to
things where I
in
probably
the
know her
entire
from like
Havoc
one
series.
thing.
All
And
of
even
them,
then I
for
can't
some
even tell you what
strange
it is right
reason,
now. I just know that I don't hate her.
Randy Mamola.
But I
the
know
thing
who
with
she
William
is.
Shatner,
I don't know, what was she doing in chat now?
2 different movies.
No.
Miss Congeniality.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Speed with Keanu Reeves.
I've seen that,
There you go. That's where you know it from.
but I didn't really like Speed. The thing I didn't like about Speed
No,
was...
it keeps you up all night.
yeah, you're right. The thing on with Speed was, it was like... Do you remember the part, like, they're in the bus and they get on the highway and they're like, oh no! The road's not finished, we have to make the jump. You remember that bit?
Yeah.
Do you remember that when it happened the second time in the movie when they just repeated the exact same plot point, but this time they're on a train? The track ends!
No. And also trains.
Who
and
wrote
buses
that and thought,
don't jump.
oh, no one will
This corner
notice?
is probably the most famous in the European Championship and
Speed
appears to
was
be
dumb.
especially difficult for
Speed 2 was
Volvos.
dumber,
Or
but...
should that be for dummies?
So that's why when everyone says, let's watch Dumb and Dumber, I think, oh, we're watching Speed and Speed 2.
I heard that coming.
This, number 22, was
I
the
set
world's
myself up.
ugliest rallycross car. And when Herbert Breitenader totaled it completely without hurting himself, they didn't even shed a tear at Ingolstadt.
Yeah, but at least that was a week between jumps.
Realised is the place where all that
And sometimes a
Audi
shark.
technique first got
No,
all
wait,
its
that
raw
was
scrum.
the other thing.
That was the Fonz. Yeah, Speed 2's the boat one.
I haven't seen Speed.
I watched it once and I
Oh,
remember
space.
nothing except I hated it even
Looks
when I was
like
a
the
kid.
boys have got
Yep,
themselves
cruise
into
control.
a bit of strife here.
Another day, another
Yeah, have you
racetrack,
ever seen
another
TJ
Audi,
Hooker?
and another role, but not nearly so good. This is
No,
Norway.
I didn't- I never
and until
watched
Yeah,
any of
good.
those
We want
shows.
more insane crashes. We want people getting hurt. We want people dying.
As
Oh,
God
yeah,
damn
but
it.
unexpected
Why do people watch car
car
races?
after
Like, it's
car
so
piled
stupid.
into the same piece of
I
bank,
think a lot of them go
rolling
for that
over
more
with
with curiosity of
astounding
seeing someone
regularity.
die.
Yeah, but it happens, like, rarely. It's so rarely that it happens.
And if it does happen where you can see it, you're in danger.
You're in danger. And
Of
then,
getting hit by a
as
carburetor.
the third thing, it's just like,
This-
you're sitting there for how many fucking hours just hoping to see someone crash and die?
That's, yeah,
Like,
morbid.
good God!
Yeah, just slow down at the flashing
Just
lights when you
don't. Just go get something else to do. Like, there's so much you could be doing, and like, a car race goes like all day, right?
They
Find a
just take a
sport.
slab.
You know, people can die in any sport.
They do. What is that thing that they do when the football's on, but they don't actually go to the football? They just hang out in the car park and have a grill in the back of their car.
That sounds good.
It does, but still, like you could do that anywhere else.
When I,
Like when we went
Well,
up to
true,
the top of the
but I mean,
mountain and did it.
it's a thing where it's like, if I show up to a football match and have a barbecue in the back of my car, and then random people who go for the same team as me come up, we can have fun.
I guess it's that social thing.
Although that said, I would rather just go to the pub with my Chelsea mates and get absolutely hammered and sing songs all night.
I guess I'd rather take a 6-pack up to the top of the
Well, that's fun too.
and barbecue curry on it, so that everybody who has a barbecue after it tastes curry.
They did use that
funny
after.
car driver's nightmare. Fire in the cockpit.
Beers.
Fortunately, Thompson has the escape hatch open almost as soon as
Fire.
the flames appear. and
I
is
bring
to
you to
burn.
burn.
So too did the driver of this Australian top fuel
Curry
coaster, which
monster?
went
Is that a
wildly
thing?
out of control, crossed the barriers and
It's the
took
Cookie
out the
Monster's
scoreboard.
Indian
In
cousin.
Wow.
the driver walked away from
What
uninjured.
the
I mean, these cars
fuck?
look terrible. You
That is
like,
a stupid design! What is this?
take away the steering wheel. As soon as you touch the steering wheel, it's going to go out of control.
And he survived that? Ugh.
That's what they say for the
These
video.
are the big boys of circuit
This
racing.
isn't Faces of
The
Death.
chap on the right is Spanish
Here you
driver
go.
Juan
Truck
Escalio.
smashing. You were looking forward to this when I showed it
This
to
is,
you on the
this is what I
inside.
wanted most. Oh, that was
And
such
here's
an
another
exciting
lucky
truck
chap
crash.
assaulting Heather Bailey from the rear, and they can't touch him for it.
They're doing a dance! Aww.
Man, we need to get ourselves a Truckosaurus video. This is boring.
Three's company on this
You know, I
occasion.
think... I don't know if it'll still be there, but if I raid my parents' garage, I might find a monster truck video.
I would love to watch a monster
Here's
truck
a
Like
video.
girls in bikinis and shit.
We need that to go through the next 4x4 video I've got. Because if not, it's the story of some guy who became a speed racer. I got all my car videos out for this episode.
This is Havoc.
And the
How
next
many do we have?
enough for another show.
Oh my god.
But I would rather
dude.
replace the other one with the monster truck.
Back to single-seaters and a second visit to the street circuit at Poe.
Single seaters.
That's Didier
That's
Artet with
okay.
his
We've got some
distinctive pink
guitar
helmet.
training videos and stuff soon.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
Maybe I should play along.
maybe. And there's a Casio
And race
keyboard.
leader
I don't have a
Comas
Casio
retiring
keyboard,
the hard way
unfortunately.
at
If
the
I
foot
did,
of
I
the
would play along.
named Fock Monument.
I used to
That
have, but
is
I don't.
Fabrizio Giovanardi going out backwards.
You don't have ads queued up, do you?
No. This might as well be a fucking ad break.
I'm gonna ad break before the end of the video. I don't need to see these cars keep smashing into these things the same way over and over again. This needed to be a 30-minute tape or an hour.
Earning a place in
Yeah, but
Formula
crashes are
One.
Or have
cool.
more
Really
variety.
expensive cars.
Crashes are cool, didn't you know? They're the most exciting thing that ever happened
The
in the
Irvine,
history of
man in the
sports.
middle, spinning but getting it all together again.
But I will say, by the logic of
Gianni
Like,
Morbidelli on his way to a Ferrari test
a
drive
race,
and
like a
Minardi
car race
contract.
being considered a sport, does that not mean that, like, sitting down and just playing... Like, if you're a World of Warcraft player, if you sit down and play World of Warcraft for, like, 13 hours,
Two-wheel racing again.
picking your bathroom breaks between, like, certain quests or raids or whatever, and then, you know, just timing
And
everything
this
like that and
is
making sure you know when to
Mandy
have
Lamona
a break and
Australia.
eat and, like, actually doing
He
stuff
needs to
right, or
watch
even
out
not having a
because
break
they
to
call
eat
this
because you're
racetrack
playing World of
Phillip
Warcraft,
Island.
and
They're not kidding.
I don't think people who play World of Warcraft really eat.
Kevin
But yeah,
Schwartz
the point
was
is,
long enjoying
does that not
it,
mean
though.
that that's a sport? Like, just excessive Warcraft? That's a sport, right? Or, you know, movie marathons.
Now,
If
we've
you
been
sit
on
down
this
and
event
watch,
quite a
you know,
few times
12
and it
hours
provided
or like
Havoc fans
24-hour
with
movie
plenty of entertainment.
marathons. If you just watch the fucking Lord of the Rings extended trilogy, if you watch the Lord of the Rings extended trilogy all in one sitting, is that not a sport by the standards of sitting in a car and driving for 12 hours? You know what I mean? That's a sport, right?
Now here's optimism. Not a
Just
chance.
saying. Yeah, but no, esports are based around competition. So esports are like,
Once
we
a
play
motorcycle
like a
stops
few rounds
to
of
wag its tail
Dota,
like that,
and
there's
then
just
we are in the
one
next
way
round
to
and we have a few days
the
to
edge.
prepare.
He
That's
hangs
more
on
like a regular sport. Esports make
He's a
more
trier.
sense than car racing,
and doomed.
to me. At least calling them sport makes more sense to
In
me.
motocross, the competitors are closer together. And there's a much greater
Motocross.
opportunity to have much bigger accidents with more people.
How would you help the guy who's down and
And that
injured, you
brings tears
fuck?
to your eyes. Well, his anyway. And just
But you have to pay attention to the movie. What if they give you a test on the movie after? Does that then make it a sport?
down goes Dutchman.
My point is,
Hurlings.
that car racing is just like
Yes, him.
driving around a track for X amount of hours.
Get out of that.
Right. Oh no, that guy's
Get out
squished.
of that if you can.
But yeah, it's just driving around a track constantly. Like, how is that different to just
It's those
watching
stunts
Lord
again.
of the Rings extended marathon?
You can't do it at the Astor.
And this one's gone wrong because that man should have landed on the cars, not on the end of the ramp.
That means you can do the Lord of the Rings marathon more places. Therefore, it's more
theory
accessible, and
is that
therefore,
landing on a pile of cars is
Yeah, and you
softer
can have one of
than
those
landing
chuck
on the
cups
end
with a
of the
nut on it.
yeah.
Quite frankly, it doesn't
Missed the
make a
Astor.
great deal of difference where you land.
Wow, they're exploding things as he drives through just for the fun of it.
And it's probably burning his
The
fucking
man's
face
rally,
because his car
where
was
local
upside down.
knowledge is invaluable. How else would you know where the camera is? So
Car
you can
racing is
crash for
dumb.
television purposes.
Yeah, I heard you going on about it because I left the room.
Perfectly judged,
Yeah.
having the accident right in front of the lens.
But yeah, this tape, like, I
Incredibly,
don't
no
like the
injury.
idea of it, but I was entertained for at least the first 20 minutes of it.
Sure, it has moments, like the guy
Our
taking a
final
piss,
rallying sequence
or the
comes
guy
from what is
chasing.
undoubtedly
I need to go back
the
and
most
find where the
famous
punch
corner
happened.
in the rallying world.
Oh, you wrote that down.
Well,
37.
you can't see much
No,
of
that
it
was
from
the
this
chase.
angle.
That's when the guy chased the other guy.
Oh,
I'm talking when the guy just lashed out and punched the dude.
the paparazzi,
Yeah,
yeah.
We're back in Norway,
after that.
and this sequence was the absolute star of Havoc 10. This is where everybody crashed. Why this man's looking under the
Oh.
bonnet is beyond me.
I'm glad we didn't watch like
Beyond
the other
saving
Havoc
too,
videos,
isn't it?
we just watched the best of.
Can you
So is he,
imagine
but he
how bad
doesn't
they
know
would
it
be?
yet.
I mean, there's 15 of them, plus a motorsport, bikey one, and
How much money did this guy make on these videos?
enough to buy a private jet.
They've let the dummy drive again.
And a lot of jet fuel.
Yeah.
Now that we're
Beginning to
sufficiently
look as
sick
if
of
there's
this,
some kind of magnet
I'm thinking
in
of
the
doing a
field.
Santo movie on the next cinema.
But a
if I can
caution
find
detail
one.
Here. Switch
Cool.
the ignition off
Which one?
before you turn the
Well,
car.
whatever's public domain, I'll have to look and see. Or I'll do just Gabby Hayes'
Whoops!
show. I think.
Ah, run!
Ah, it's on fire! Ah,
There's a
fire!
temptation to believe that this was done deliberately for one of those adverts. But quite frankly, they did less damage dropping it out of the
Santa
window
movie.
2 stories up.
There is a Xanta movie, I think. I'm pretty sure there's a documentary about him.
Does it have the Blue Devil in it?
Xanta?
Same
Yeah.
corner,
No.
different kind of
I think the
accident.
Xanta movie was probably
And
made
here's another
after
approach.
Blue Devil died.
Oh,
I don't know, when did Blue Devil die?
Very recently. As
Recently?
I mean, when I say recently, it's like maybe millennium-ish. I know that...
Well, the Xanta movie would have been made like 2010, 2011, probably.
Oh, well, I know that the Santo and...
Well, he
You
looked
work
like
so
a
you
lucky
lurk.
one as well, but he wasn't.
Cheers, Poots. Enjoy lurking the car crashes or something. Although there's only a few minutes of these left, then we move on to whatever's next, which is going to be...
You say a few minutes, but the thing is the runtime said an hour,
Rather likely.
and it doesn't even
This
get
one
to an
may
hour
have
before
away
the credits.
completely, but this
Okay.
is Havoc after all.
Or maybe I rewound something. Maybe.
Well, then
Can't
it's probably
remember.
about to end, but we'll be on to the next tape, which who knows what Rob
Just
has
when
in
you
store
thought it
for
was
us
safe to
there.
go back in the
I
forest
mean,
too.
not much. We
Is it
only
just
got-
him doing push-ups? I'm pretty sure it like covers his life and how like fucked up he is. Xanta is a weird guy. But yes, he does do push-ups everywhere and wear a Christmas hat all year round.
He might run short a little this week,
And
actually.
after 10 years of Havocs,
We'll see.
10 years
We'll see.
of unbelievable crashes and
Started a little
incredible
early, and I
escapes,
didn't want to grab
this
another video because
is
the other
the piece
videos
of
are also
resistance,
an hour.
although you
And I
might
got
want to call it a piece of something else after this.
a couple.
We've seen 10 out of 10. We've
I
seen
do have a second
11
video
out of 10.
before we get to yours.
Here are
That's fine.
10
It might
consecutive
not last long
rolls.
though.
That's okay. We don't have to have really long episodes every week, you know. We can have the occasional
It's a
cheeky
perfect
short.
way to bring a decade
Besides, this has
of
felt like
football
2
to an
hours
end.
already.
But don't
This
forget,
is so freaking
They're
annoying.
The last like 20 minutes of
they're
this
still
has
doing
felt
it.
way
The
long.
Havoc series can never come to an end as long as there are cars
fell off
being driven
scaffolding.
by entirely fallible human beings.
Something like that, yeah. And like
There to
he
collect
got treatment
such
for a while
moments.
and he was
Don't
good,
believe
and then he
for a
wasn't
single
suddenly
moment
because he
yourself.
stopped taking his
Sometimes
meds, and
drivers don't enjoy it.
he's like banned from
as
like
we do.
so many towns and like streets in Canada.
Hey, spectators, and there's a helicopter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is bloody dangerous here.
That's the most Aussie shit ever.
We got an Australian clip. The spectators, there's a helicopter. It's bloody dangerous here.
Alright, that's at 58 minutes roughly.
Yeah, this is the ending of the video. We're not even.
You can tell because we've got a guitar.
The thing is, we had the little bit of like blank in the start and the bit. Richard Nichols, he still does commentating to this day if he's not dead. If he's not dead, he might be. But like last I checked on his thing, he's still doing F1 commentary. Editor, Phil Woodhead. Executive producer, Brian Craig. He's one exploded.
Oh, he exploded.
Yeah. It's a Video Vision broadcast.
I was thinking the same thing, Abe. I was like, Woodhead.
Whee! Produced in the Isle of Man.
Wow, that tickled.
Where no women are allowed.
Boys only. No girls club. Apparently that's the world's biggest no girls club.
What, Isle of Man?
Isle of Man.
Yeah, okay.
Your old band was Stonehead. Can I listen to Stonehead?
Apparently...
Whoa, it was like exactly an hour!
Yeah, it's so bad. Apparently there was a... Wasn't there a YouTube video of you playing bass, like all tuned down and stuff and too drunk to know what you're doing? Or was that just the story that you kept telling me?
Did I put the actual...
The remote
for the thing so I can rewind it?
I guess I'll just have to press the button.
Seriously, what the hell did I do with it? That's
rewind.
weird.
I don't know what you did with the remote.
I kind of need it.
Did you check behind the couch? Or is that where Jesus is?
That's where Jesus is. I'm still going to make those shirts.
I found my other pen! That was in the couch.
Are you sitting on it, baby?
I'm trying to see. All I'm finding is my pen, some juicy fruit wrappers.
Oh, there it is. Huh?
It was under your notepad.
It was not even behind the couch. It was just notepad.
Notepad. And a girl came out to play your bass. He still couldn't.
Yes, this couch does eat things. Every time, like every few months, I pull the cushions out and I'm like, ooh, I remember this.
Yeah.
And when I moved in here, when we were moving all the chairs around, a Nintendo DS fell out that had been in there for like a decade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Decade ruins everything.
Fucking decade, right?
Alright, that was the best.
A girl comes out to tune your bass.
See, you're laughing at this. I know the story already.
No, I know the story too. I just find that really funny.
It is.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Here. Let's do the putting the videos back in their cases segment. We got the best of Havoc goes in What Is Wrong with Christian Rock. Is that right?
Sure.
I like this sticker, by the way.
Master.
Does
that mean it's like a master tape?
Yeah, this is the one that they used to record off of when other Christians wanted a copy.
Cool.
I said that in the show, I'm pretty sure.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Best of Havoc. It's the best of it.
That was
the
I
best.
sure as hell don't want to see the worst.
I don't want to see any other because that was the best of it.
What about the best part 2? That might be better.
There is that. So, next up on our video watching list of today. So there was this company called Imagebank that bought out by Getty Images.
Imagebank!
These tapes last for 5 minutes. We'll probably have to watch it twice just so we can suck it all in. But you said we're going to do a motor brum brum thing. And this one says on the back,
That's what I said
cities
specifically.
and traffic. I'm like, traffic? That's a good excuse.
Enough.
That's a good excuse to play the next Imagebank.
This is our last one, right?
This is our last of the Imagebank show reels. We only had the 4. We've gone through them.
Officer Imagebank.
I'll put this here so we get used to putting things there for when you set up the video.
So just do it now.
I mean, you can. What? No, you deleted the thing.
I can just re-edit it. It'll take like 3 seconds.
Well, then do it.
Well, you...
While I talk about Imagebank Film.
And how great Imagebank is.
So Imagebank Film was bought out by Getty Images thanks to a news article that Ape Sentai found. Aside from that, the music is produced by Coca Media, which was a French music company that brought out so many records that is hard to follow by, and it was bought out by another company after that, and then got bought out by Universal Music. That might be one of those things where it might look better if you angle it. Oh, yeah, there you go. I'll have to remember to do that. Yeah, Coca Music got bought out by Universal Music eventually after they did a bunch of stuff. And basically this showreel I found in a little old op shop. It cost way too much money for what I wanted, but I kept going back and seeing it going, I want it. I think they were charging like $20 for the 4 set because it was like in a box set. I think I got it reduced at one point. There you go, you can minimize that.
Can
you turn it? I'm not sure if you can
Spin
turn
around.
it. I think maybe we'll just have to set up the camera otherwise eventually. I'm not sure if you can turn things. You enjoy that. Can they see what you're doing?
Yes.
That's cool. Cool. That's alright. But yeah, I kept going back, and eventually that op shop closed, and they were getting rid of all the VHS, and I think I picked up the whole set for $5. You did do it! They have to find a place for it. Don't put it over my face, you jerk.
It's not over your face. Your face will be here.
Yeah, fair enough.
If it is that corner.
I actually think it kind of looks cool over in that corner, over the corner of the whatever.
As in over here?
No, back over. Yeah, they're there. Like
Right
it's
in the top corner.
yeah, top corner. That might be nice.
A bit smaller though. So
Yeah,
it's
go
not
on.
infringing on the...
That's fine.
There we go.
Good enough. So yeah, I eventually did go. Everything went on sale. I got the whole pack for $5, and we'd never ever watched it until this show. And we're like, hey, maybe we should watch. It's 5 minutes max. Of
Max.
The damn thing.
That's generous.
We have to
it's
watch
like 2
it
minutes.
twice. And yeah, it's probably not worth $5, but it's so funny that I've enjoyed watching these.
I'm sad that this is the last one.
Yeah,
Honestly.
we should see if we can find some more on eBay or something. More Imagebank videos, please. What did you say? Didn't say anything.
Imagebank time! We get tracking. Ooh, yeah.
And we gotta watch it twice because we gotta watch it twice.
This is probably only going to go for like 90
The thing
seconds.
is, we know that there are more because this is number 6.
And the other one was like 12 or something.
Yeah.
We had like, there's tons of them.
Yes, 296 of them. Yeah!
That's how many reels there are. For a moment there I was like, uh-oh, did I not use the desktop audio? But I did, we didn't have an Imagebank, we're good. Unless we do, in which case, thanks for not telling us everybody.
Yeah! Hey boys, they don't have wheels. What is this? Kick and music by Coca Media.
Oh yeah. Hollywood! Ah, she!
Look, there's some cars.
Vroom! There's a couple of them there anyway.
Yeah.
Baseball! Cars!
Woo! So many cars.
Buildings! Car! Buildings! Cars!
Whoa, spotlights. Nick Knight is a vampire by night and a policeman by night. And he's gonna solve crimes, but only at night. He is vampire.
It does look like the opening to an old sitcom. It just needs the character intros. And it has to end with us.
Windmills. It's the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, and it's
That was
red.
a nice 2 minutes.
You know-
oh, there's another one?
You know we're in the right universe because the Golden Gate Bridge isn't gold or black or something. That's a Sliders reference, by the way. They kept checking the bridge going, is it our universe? No, it's gold, damn it.
I loved Sliders.
Yeah.
The show was good until the main cast all left.
Oh yeah, they got Cue Ball's brother to do it instead. And I'm like, but this isn't the kid who was a big fat butterball back in the Goonies.
It's so weird that that's the same
I
guy.
know, right?
He was a hottie in Sliders.
He was a hottie as a butterball in Goonies. Or was it Stand By Me. I can't remember. Stand By Me. Yeah. Sorry.
You're thinking of Corey Feldman.
I get my he's in both. Yeah. I think Haim might have been as well.
Don't think so.
What?
No, it was at most in one of them.
I know Will Wheaton was in Stand By Me.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Stand By Me because that's the one with all the people in it. It had the Hames.
It didn't have Corey Haim. I don't
It didn't?
Stand By Me.
Oh, he must have been
It
in...
had River Phoenix.
River Phoenix, that's one.
It had what's that guy from Lost Boys?
Corey Feldman? Corey Haim?
The vampire guy.
Oh, Keith Sutherland.
Yeah, Keith Sutherland, he was in it.
And then they poked a dead body.
I mean, who hasn't, right?
Down at the old Bluestone Bridge.
This is the longest image
No, it's
bank we've
not.
had. I think it is. I actually legitimately think it is.
Oh, cool.
We're getting a third one.
Oh no, it's broken!
Shit! I'm so mad at you, car!
Oh, by Nazi.
Oh wait,
they
never
said.
mind. That was the end. But she should watch the last video we just watched, and she'll be grateful that all she has is a breakdown.
Alright. Stop, rewind, and play it again.
On the phone, let me stop the actual recording.
Because we've always watched these twice.
Yeah, it's a thing. If we ever find more, we will watch them twice.
And then her car exploded.
Oh, see, then that's different. But we didn't see that.
Mm.
She just looked upset. I might actually use this one as a bathroom break because I really need to pee.
Okay, you bathroom break while I watch it again.
Well, I
And if
kind
you
of
take
watch it again too.
longer than 4 minutes, then I'll watch it again.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it again, and then
bathroom
on the
break.
next tape, I'm gonna pee.
No. Then bathroom break while I watch it a third time.
Okay.
Oh no, it broke it.
No, it just took a while to start this one.
Love me some Imagebank master wheels.
I kind of think that, like, with these image banks, if I'm going to put them in a live show, I'm just going to put the whole thing. All the image bank stuff all in one.
They should be our bumpers.
Maybe.
Between segments. We've
No,
got
but
4 of them.
if we're doing a live show, then we're just going to be like, and here's the image bank stuff that we can't edit because it's already edited.
Yeah, then we do the thing where we go, here's the Imagebank stuff.
And then we put our own in.
again.
I'm going to copy that image bank logo and we're going to make our own image bank.
You're going to do obscure tape time but reverse it upside down like that?
No, it's going to say image bank.
Oh, okay.
It's actually going to say image bank.
Okay. You want the Imagebank on a t-shirt because no one's going to detest us?
I mean, who's going to come after us? No one cares. It's a live show.
It'd be so cool if we get sued by Getty Images. You can't use Imagebank, that's our
I
property.
feel like Getty Images would be like, don't do it again. And then I'll be like, well, maybe we could work out a deal.
Yeah, we don't want to buy anything that's included in
Send us all the image bank
But
videos,
we just want
and we'll advertise you.
And then we'll advertise that they're now Getty Images. We've been doing that anyway since we found out.
We have. We've actually done them a favour.
Yeah.
Alright. Go subscribe to Getty Images.
I mean, Getty Images.
and yeah.
Honk, honk.
And what is it? Universal Music bought out Coca?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ignore them. Fuck them.
Universal Music bought out something that bought out Coca at one point.
Whatever. Universal Music just fucking boycott them. Boycott all the big record labels
Okay.
because they fucking suck.
Alright.
Greedy cunts.
Oh god. Hey.
Nope, I'm standing by it. Anyone who streams on Twitch will agree. Anyone who streams on YouTube will agree. Anybody who streams on any platform will agree that these record labels are just greedy cunts. The fact that you have artists who are like, oh dude, I totally want my music played on Twitch streams, and then you still can't play those tunes because the label's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
We own the
It's like the
band's
labels
music.
are being run by the drummer from Metallica or something.
Worse, it's like it's run by. If the drummer from Metallica had a brother who was also a drummer, who was like, yeah, but I bought your drum kit, so I own your music. It's like that.
Yeah.
Pricks. These tunes are so cool, man. I wish we could like find who made them, like as in the actual people, and get them to make an opening song for us. Hope you guys like Imagebank, because I'm going to go pee shortly, and Rob's going to watch this again.
Damn it.
Imagebank is our
Sometimes my wife says, I don't want to know what this song's called, but my my phone just tells me what everything's called. It just listens to music. Hire someone from Fiverr. We could do that.
I have thought about it, but at the same time, I do love our intro song.
Yeah, I don't think we need a new intro song. I think maybe we need little songs for segments, like
A segment song would be cool, yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind one for my phone segment, and I want to do a thing where I'm sitting in...
A little intro for the film for the phone call segment would be good, yeah.
I wouldn't mind the visual for that to be me sitting in my wardrobe on the phone, and then when they find me in the wardrobe, I can be like...
We'll film that next time I come over, which will possibly be end of the week.
Cool.
Anyway, I'm going to press play and go pee.
Yeah, do that. I'll watch it again. I love watching Getty Images again. I mean, Imagebank again.
I'm going to get in the way of the tape. Oh no!
I'm going to let you finish. Quick, he's gone. Let's watch something else. Actually, watch and pay attention this time. Golden Gate Bridge shots. A train? A boat? These things don't have wheels. What was the episode called? Extreme Auto something? I don't know. Last week we didn't even put up the title until we finished streaming. Thanks everyone for not telling us. Oh, he's not here. Can you hear me? Don't tell him. And I got some interesting things coming up for a second Jesus videos. That's what we're going to do closer to Christmas, a second Jesus videos. But don't tell Pete yet, he's not to know. No, don't write it! You wrote it! Damn it! Blabbermouth, I'm not telling you any secrets anymore. You will now, because you just wrote your word card. No more secrets for you. No, you won't, because you just talked that. Every time you type, you make it worse. Honk honk. His face meat. Look at that carburetor. Is that what that's called? I mean, ultimately, we could just go out and film our own traffic, and it would be just as good as some of these stock footages, really.
Agreed. I mean, the camera that we use as a webcam is so far above the point of a reasonable webcam in terms of its quality.
Man. I can't wait till COVID's over so we can start organising to do things with the people that we watch on
That's
videos.
the camera we're going to take.
Yeah. We've got, who we got?
We can actually take more than
in?
one. We can have a camera each, because I actually have a spare video camera.
I need to talk to Billy B about bouncing the ball with him. The meditation guy, what was his name? One of the ladies...
You mean Ray?
Ray? Yeah, Ray.
Ray Reardon.
One of the ladies who was on one of the other... No. Oh, it's not up there.
Well, he will next time.
I'm gonna be trying to talk to the lady about trampolining.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
And the next tape, it's gonna cost money if we do it with him, because he's one of those boomers that doesn't do anything for free. Oh, my car doesn't work. Talking about boomers who doesn't do anything for free. It looks like we're finished with the Getty images for the third time.
Fourth, isn't it?
No,
Oh, you mean within the fourth Getty images?
The fourth Getty images for the third time today.
Yes.
Yes.
That. Yeah.
And it's the video that you pulled out of your collection that you took from my collection when you decided to take some videos and back them up and stuff. For some reason, you took this one called the Kimberly Adventure Guide.
To be fair, I didn't choose necessarily. I think I just
grabbed some
randomly
stuff.
grabbed stuff.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, absolutely. So, I looked at this guy up. You're right. Yeah, you got the post-bronchital asthma.
I just always have asthma, especially during spring.
I got my purple one.
Oh, you get a purple one?
Yeah, because it's different to
purple
yours.
one.
It's a different chemical. It's meant to break down my crap, not help me breathe. It's different. Anyway, I found Ron Moon. He lives over in Frankston, over near, where Chris lives. But, okay, so I had an interesting talk with him. I don't know what I'm going to say while sitting here drinking beer with you, watching tapes that I hadn't already said in my phone interview, because I rang him up for a phone interview.
The phone interview?
It's the phone interview time. We got to do the phone interview. That's my face again. Basically, he was allowed out during the COVID panic because he had a pass. Are we just going to watch it?
Wait, there's like 2 minutes of the phone ringing, so keep talking.
No, I like the phone ringing. It's the best bit. I'm wearing my Pokemon Joy
Yeah, but
Division
there's like
shirt.
2 minutes of it.
He was a jerk.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I actually rang him up earlier in the day, and his wife answered and said, "No, we're having a family dinner, and I don't know if you're allowed to show that on your show. You might have to get his permission." I'm like, I'll just talk to him. So this phone interview is him telling me that he won't do a phone interview with me until I send him an email of all the stuff that we do, and then I kind of convince him to talk to me anyway by stroking his ego.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he actually writes adventure guides for magazines and travel shows and stuff like that. So he's actually a big deal, kind of, I guess, in this thing. But all he does is take his 4-wheel drive out and stuff. You clicked on the thing and it changed it for this, but that's okay.
Oh, well,
We can fix that.
I'll fix it later.
Yeah, we'll fix. No, you don't need to fix it yet because this is like a very rare thing that we. To you too, buddy.
Well, now's a good time to put the tape.
I'll put the tape away while I'm talking. I can't hear what I'm saying though. That's right.
I more meant the cover, but okay, that'll do too.
We'll do a little bit of both. Let's see which way.
No, push it in.
This way. It won't automatically start, will it?
Push it down a little bit, more to the left.
This.
Yeah, that should be good.
I see. Cool. Am I actually talking to him yet? Did I send you like a video where I never actually got to him, or
You do get to him.
Okay, cool.
I skimmed through it. I didn't
That's
actually
alright.
watch it or anything.
Because there was a couple of videos I think I recorded. I know one I was talking to his wife, but she was so standoffish that I'm like, I'm not sending that through. If I had bothered to cut and edited things together, which I don't know if I deleted it or not, I might keep for when we actually make our review mixtape. I'm kind of hoping to make eventually a review mixtape that we can spend an hour watching a mixtape that.
Well, that's what this is gonna be as well.
Yeah, we'll try
Okay.
to work on it together.
A best
We're not
of
very good at
episode.
working together. We're better working.
Well, I mean, if we did,
try.
it would probably go well. But
Yeah. We've both got life issues. Oh, here we go.
I can barely hear him.
Bad recording. Audio problems, huh?
Oh, right.
And we've been, during the pandemic, watching them maybe one or two at a time, thematically.
Desktop
So
audio.
this week's theme, we're doing 4x4s, and we picked up a copy of your video called Kimberly Adventure Guide.
Yeah.
We just wanted to know if you had any inside stories about the video. making of or anything like that. And maybe if you'd be interested in talking to us about what you're doing now. I see you're still very active and doing a lot of things.
Yeah, look, so where do you put this stuff, or what do you do?
Basically, we do this thing called a Twitch. It's basically just live streaming. While we watch it, we kind of talk about it, and then we give a little bit of history while we talk about the video, and then give an update into where the people have come from or what they're doing now. I guess it's more just funny
maybe
that,
give
a bit of a plug
if that's
what people that we're about to watch. And basically just kind of revisit the days of old when you can just pick up an old VHS and watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, look, how about sending us an email and with that a link to that Twitch and all that sort of stuff, and I can have a look at.
Sounds like it's playing through your mic.
It's not. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Would that I might have had it down. Email be going to info@guidebooks?
Yeah, info at guidebooks.
I think then in that case, in future, him too loud is not bad.
Yeah. Quick question though, like, how have you been dealing with the pandemic? I mean, as somebody who's so outdoorsy, I would imagine this is really putting a real.
Luckily, I had a contract to write a guidebook, so
Oh.
pretty busy.
Oh, nice. So you had the to say so to you're doing this as a job, so you could still go out and explore the wilderness at the same time.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
We've been fairly busy on a guide. We used to have our own guidebook company and
yeah.
write guidebooks on remote areas of Australia, but
yeah, I see that you've
years ago, and now companies contract us to do guidebooks for them.
I see that you've visited most of the world as well with your 4x4 videos.
Yeah.
So you're still just doing. You're kind of doing local Australian stuff now in the later days.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were supposed to be in Iran and.
Oh,
like that,
but of course, yeah.
Because we've got a vehicle in the United States.
Okay.
We've had there for a few years, and we used to go over there and spend 3 months or so sitting around America.
That's fantastic.
Obviously, that's not happening this year.
Yeah. That's my catchphrase for phone recordings.
No sarcasm at all.
Turkey and Iran and all that.
Give a shit.
Don't blame me.
Anyway, that's going to happen next year with a bit of luck. So.
Oh, I mean, I will send you an email, and please send me like links to where I can get copies of the new stuff, because we'd also like to check that out.
Yeah. Well, just send us an email, and I'll have a look at the stuff you do, and we can take it from there.
Will do. You are based. I mean, okay, so I am from Geelong. You're just across the bay from me, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
You're very local. Man, I mean, we're very tiny. We're not even probably in your interest area at all, but I would love it if once this COVID is down, you just, take us out one day if we could organize that.
Yeah, well, let's talk
Would you
about
fuck
that.
off? I don't want to talk to you.
Just send us the stuff and
Just send us the email, we'll ignore it, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, huh?
Chasing the story here and there. And,
Ooh.
It's worth a try, though.
Yeah.
send us an email and-
I don't expect ever... Will do. He's Thank just you for rambling talking at the to end. me today.
I don't ever expect to ever hear from him
I'll
again.
hopefully keep in touch.
Yeah, in the future, I'll try to make
Alright,
it
sure that,
see ya.
that we're still learning with this whole thing, because we're going to do it live, and that kind of didn't work out.
That
for a
didn't work
while.
out because the goddamn cable or
I
something
mean,
went
it
wrong.
probably is
He
better
didn't
that we
talk to me at
record. Yeah. So, basically, what he was going on there about is he's still being booked by huge companies to make adventure guides, not just for video, but like written ones. He used to have his own company that used to put them out. A lot of the things that aren't mailways that you ever had to say where you go, like none of the main ones, it probably got something to do with him. His wife tried to do a separate thing where she would do bush cooking.
Oh!
She's one of those people. So like during their explorations and stuff, she would teach us how to fry up a steak on a campfire and stuff. That's why I kind of had to dig it in. Like, I'm sure your wife made you dinner because I knew that she
He
was
didn't
cooked.
take the bait though, did he?
He did not. I tried debating so much, and I successfully got at least a couple of minutes out of interview out of him. I don't expect him to ever be interested in talking to me again. I think if I ring him again, he'll either have my number blocked or he'll be like, no. I did send him the email, and he's probably not interested.
A master baiter?
Yeah.
Yet he still did not take the bait.
He didn't take the bait for a couple of things, but he did take the bait enough that he did talk to me enough. Like,
By
he
the
didn't
way,
just hang up on me.
On a separate note, this just came back to me. So when I went to the bathroom, you know how you have shower thoughts sometimes and you think of things? I had a bathroom thought.
Did you?
We're historians.
We are.
We're like actual historians.
It's kind of what we do here, yes.
We can call ourselves that.
We are VHS historians. We do this little internet show, but we are basically VHS
We are historians.
Alright, I'll start, because I do use the word, I don't know if you notice in my videos, I do drop the word research, which we talked about in previous episodes, that I should drop that word. So if I would like to drop the word historian,
you are completely within your right to do so.
Well,
we are historians. We're not, accredited or anything. We don't have any.
So this is Ron Moon, who I was
the
just
hot
talking
Craig
to.
Bastian.
And if you look in the
He's the
VHS
hot
discussion,
Bastian.
Adventure aplenty.
So go on, sorry.
if you look in the VHS discussion of the Discord, I posted a picture of him and his wife now
Is the Kimberly.
at the same place.
I'm going to look. I'm going to look at it right now because I may have
think
either
it's
I
the
missed
same
that. If it's
But,
not the same place, we'll pretend that it is anyway. Take time.
But yeah, so he's got colour in his beard now. I gave you a picture of him right now.
Oh yeah, there we go.
That's him. That's him right now.
No, that definitely looks like a different place. That looks like they're maybe somewhere.
That looks
they've been
more
traveling.
American, actually.
Or European, or even Asian. Like that could be
I don't
anywhere,
know.
except here.
Except Australian.
Australia is so unique. Like you can generally look at a picture
It's
of
not
like,
orange enough.
some wilderness.
You want me to put it into Photoshop and orange it up a little?
Then it would look Australian, but yeah, you can look at this and be like, okay, like there's
Either
no
way,
orange,
that's
there's
him.
no like
That's a recent
overwhelming
picture of him.
brown, there's no gum trees. Yeah,
It is very
dude, wouldn't it be
interesting.
great if we could get him to take us on a thing and then come back for his wife to cook us a bushmeal?
Yeah.
That would be the best.
This is the thing where we need you guys to just set up a Patreon for us so that we can start paying for these things. We need
sub to me on Twitch and we can put all the money into this kind of
Well,
stuff.
the thing is, Ron will not do this without being paid. He is 100% one of those old boomers that thinks that his time is worth money. And then he didn't even want to talk to me on the phone then. I'm shitty that I can't ever figure out my sound levels because I can never figure out
We'll
my
get
sound
there.
levels. I
Dude,
mean,
what do you record it through?
Northern
Just
Australia
OBS,
has
man.
some of the
it's
greatest
just I keep
prehistoric
forgetting to
rock
turn
art
it back
in
up
the world.
after other
Here
things
in
are
the
too
Kimberly,
loud.
The art is
all
dominated
it
by
was.
the Wandjina figures.
You need me to
Wandjina
sit there and be
come
the
in from the
producer.
northwest.
or
I
you
need
the
a
phone.
producer because I'm just
Coming in
pressing
Well, I'll do
record
that.
while I'm doing the phone.
creating
I'll
all
have
the
to come over
landscapes
and we'll do
that
the
we
phone
see
calls.
today. You can imagine
Alright.
how dramatic the monsoons were to the inhabitants of this land.
Oh, it's
The
dramatic.
monsoons.
Thunderstorms,
Just set up an
lightning,
OBS
and torrential
scene
rain pouring down these river
that
valleys.
is
It's
just
no wonder that
the phone
the
call.
Wandjinas
With the phone call
were
too
the
loud.
creators
Sort of
of
thing.
the
Yeah,
landscape.
that's
Well,
a good idea.
that way, like you can see
They
that there's
travelled
only
the
two
land
audio
and
levels
came
there,
and
and
settled
you'll be
in
able
these
to just
caves.
look
We'll
at it
do.
like that.
We'll do.
And
I'll
here
have
we
to
have
do
a
that.
highly
But at the moment, I'm
stylized
just using
one,
my face
about
settings.
6
So
foot
yeah,
long.
I'll do that.
Often you'll find them just as
Never
head.
get affected by
Eyes
anything
and
else.
a nose, but no mouth. They are very dramatic.
No mouth? Because they're
Other
aliens.
figures
Because
you'll
they're very
find in
dramatic.
this cave
Aliens.
are crocodile men and Bradshaw figures.
Alien.
Bradshaw figures predate the Wandjina figures and are extremely old, probably thousands and thousands of years old, and are named after the person who discovered them, an early explorer through here. These caves
Why not name them
were
after,
living
like, the
areas
indigenous
and
people?
also burial chambers.
Because they didn't discover them.
So
They
right
named
throughout the landscape, you'll find art sites,
Yeah, then we should
living
call
sites,
everything
and
God.
burial sites. Whatever
Should
you
we?
do,
Yeah, because
They are
he
to be
made
treated.
everything.
it!
Well, in the
and you should
Bible,
never, ever
Okay, that's a reference
touch the
that we
paintings
can't.
or the burial.
We shouldn't hang on to it so hard because we don't have the tape anymore. I'm so putting it onto a tape. As soon as I get the cables
Look.
I need.
the mountains are his, right? The valleys are his. And the stars are his handiwork too.
Is this guy one of those people who pretends like indigenous
You can
culture
see
doesn't still
the more
exist?
modern art has been overpainting the Bradshaw figures. And it just goes to show that the latest artists...
Now, when you said this was a 4x4 video, I went for motorsports, and so far he hasn't driven anything.
I didn't watch it!
I guess it's just...
It has...
I mean, look at their
art
shirts.
sites that
They all say
things like
4x4 on
that,
them.
sacred.
We
And
were
there are art sites that
conned.
are just
I was
like
expecting
blackboard.
some extreme
And they
4x4
painted it
action
and
like
they
that
painted it on top of it.
Halloween
It
tape.
just depends on the significance of the site.
This is ancient graffiti, isn't it?
I could have gone with like the I've got some. Okay, this is the talk. I'm getting bored with him already, but I have some.
There's some cars.
I have some indigenous like videos.
No, that would just be cool to do a whole day on that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I possibly have some, like a guest I could
We've been
bring
camping
on
for over 30 years. And in that time, I picked up the odd
who
hit.
would probably
I had to
know
set
a
up
bit more
good camp.
historically about that kind of
You need
stuff.
plenty of
We
shady
should go
trees,
more
so
into
you're
the
out of the heat of
historical
the sun.
side of it.
Water
Making
close
us
by,
more so
for washing
historians.
and
Sing!
a nice flat area to set your campfire up on.
Did you
and
see
your
that?
tent, or
Did
It's
he,
your
say,
grab.
did he just say flat Earth?
Yeah.
He knows the truth.
Don't support that.
You know, there
You know
are
what's funny
hundreds
is
of tents
Jackson
around,
got
they're
some
none better than Australian or
immunisations
New
done
Zealand made
yesterday.
ones.
Good.
Look
And when he
for
came
those
home, I was
that are
like,
easy to
look
put
at all your
quality
autisms!
canvas,
And
have
he
a
wouldn't
sawn
look
in
you in the
floor,
eye.
You got...
and
No, of
plenty
course
of
not.
ventilation.
He's got the
Hot Australian
autism, because he
sun.
got the injections.
I love it how in Australia we call the sun ours.
It's what do you mean, like
Here in
our sun?
Kimberly,
It's the
in
hot
outback
Australian
Australia,
sun.
there's no
That's
better
weird,
way to
right?
enjoy a
Yeah,
nice
it's
sleep
not the
than
Australian
out
sun.
in the car.
It's
Is that just because we have a hole in the ozone layer right above us?
Yeah, well, it's
There's
our
different types
whole
of
ozone
wax,
layer. It's
nothing
not our
a
sun.
piece of canvas
Yeah, it does
with
shine on the
50
rest of the
years
world
wrapped
too.
up in it. But these
Yeah,
days
but,
you can get some fancy
you know,
ones with
It's
inbuilt
nicer when
flight
it's
screens
here.
and
We own it.
whichever
No
way
one
you
thought
go
to
about
claim it before we
it's a
did.
fabulous way
Yeah,
of enjoying
we put a
nice
flag
sleep.
on it.
It's true.
When you're setting
You
up
think
a
landing on
camp,
the moon
there's
was
a few things
badass?
You should do.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
Sight the fire so that you're not going to burn the scrub down.
We're used to hot weather
Make sure
here.
any
We just
combustible
landed on the
material
sun like it was
is out of the
nothing.
way. Dig a trench.
Oh, it's cold
Put the
today!
fire grate over it. If there is an existing fireplace,
Do you have a
use
fire
it.
grate?
You don't want fireplaces
No.
spread all over the place. That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Dude,
Wonder
this
if-
guy would be really fun to
Make fun
spend a
of.
day with. Just a day.
Will he give us a banana and tell us to put little chocolate chips in it? And wrap it in foil and stick it
Out
in
here
the
in the
fire?
bush,
That'd
you
be
don't
fun.
need to do without
That's
anything.
what I used to do when
But
I used
you've
to
got to
go
treat it the
Australian
right
bush
way.
cooking.
Now when you're collecting water,
Bananas are the most
collect it from the
Australian thing
deepest,
ever.
clearest
Yeah.
part of the stream.
So
It's
it's
like
chocolate.
bread.
When you want to have a wash,
I mean, when
Don't
we do
pollute
it,
the
we
water
call
with
it
salt.
damper.
the last
but
thing
really
you want
it's
to do is disturb the
fucking
little
bread.
fishies or anybody camping downstream. Go in the water, wet yourself down, go away from the water by 20, 30 feet, soap yourself up, and then wash yourself down with a bucket of water. And then you can enjoy the water again with a
And
nice
then
swim.
watch
But
how
what are we doing?
many bugs get attracted to you.
Wait,
Set
what
your
are we
dunny
doing
up.
here?
Well away from
You're
the
Danny! We got a
water.
Danny
Very
set
away,
up!
Nice
Oh,
and deep.
God.
What?
The last thing you want to do out here, in this beautiful environment, is get crook.
Yeah, I want to get Crook. I hope he does look us up, and I hope he does want to sue us for playing his video.
I don't have money for a lawsuit.
No, we just take it.
I don't have
We're
money
on
to
our way
pay him
to
off.
Jack Hole, here at your homestead. About 170 k's along the Gibb
Yeah, I
River
know.
Road. from
We're
Carnarvon.
broke!
You can
You
camp
might
out
give us
here,
a cease and
or
desist
be
notice.
accommodated in the
Don't
local
show our
homestead.
video again.
whichever way.
Won't plan on
Nice way
it.
to go.
Yeah, that's probably the only time. No,
If you're
I
feeling
bet he's
pretty
really
energetic,
cool. I bet if we end up having the day where we go
Rock
out with
hopping
him.
most of the way to view a small
It'll be
gallery
really
of
fun.
Aboriginal rock art.
Sure, that's just not the way he presented himself to us on a
It lacks
on
the
telephone.
sophistication of some of the art galleries.
Then again,
To be
he is kind of old.
but it's
Yeah.
obviously
Stop bringing
pretty
me up.
old.
The
When,
thing is,
when I'm old, I'll be grumpy. I'm already grumpy.
so I've done phone sessions that haven't made it onto the show before, and most of the old people who I contact about the videos that we either have done or the ones that we are still yet to do, they seem really
Here at
impressed
Jack's Hole, you can
that
try
they're
your
still
luck fishing,
cared about.
or
And this is
paddling
the
a
first
canoe,
guy,
which is one of our
aside from
favourite
religious
pastimes.
stuff, that has gone and just been like,
We'd always
No.
recommend
To be
taking
fair, wasn't the
a
religious
small
one more of a
boat,
just
travel up
not
north.
comfortable?
well,
Still
that's the
happy to talk to
thing.
you.
She
Haven't got
loved
one.
the fact
You can
that I
always hire
contacted her
one.
about
Yeah.
it and that I did that much research, but she just didn't want to be associated with it.
Which
Whereas
is fair. I totally understand that.
Yeah, I
It's
do
a
as well.
top
But
way
this
to
guy
do a
was
little
more
fishing.
like,
Or just to watch
send
the
us what you
wildlife.
do, and then we'll see about talking.
Or maybe
Yeah, he doesn't need to see it.
to take an
He
early morning
doesn't. He's
swim.
not gonna bother. He's gonna look at like your subscriber count and go, "It's less than a
You
million."
can't see my subscribers.
It's less than a million.
And
Not
it is
interested. I'd love it
Significantly
if
less
he
than a
was
million. So if
watching
anyone
live
can
going,
afford to drop some
We're
subs,
not about to teach you four-wheel driving in this video, but it's essential before
Oh,
you come into
it's coming.
Shit.
Yeah, oh no, it's a coming.
You have
Watch
some
out! Watch
knowledge
out!
and skill.
It's
Did you
very.
hear that?
What did he say?
He said, "We're
Are just
not about
one
to
of the
teach you
hazards
four-wheel
that
driving
you
in
can
this
come
video."
across each and every day
It says
you're up here
4x4
in
on
the
it.
timber. Remember, vehicle preparation,
Bugger.
and when you get into hard going, take it nice and easy. Slow and
So he
steady
has
is
taught
the
us how,
key.
basically. Just take it nice and easy, is what he said.
Oh, we learned that in the
You know,
motor.
have you ever been four-wheel driving?
No.
I have, actually.
Yeah.
And it was not fun.
What'd you do?
Went four-wheel driving?
Hey, wait. Kilimanjaro, Crimson River, and stuff. Can't we just go there? Isn't that close?
I have no fucking
I
idea.
think it's up from Fitzroy somewhere.
I don't know. I feel like it's probably more northern by the look of it, but...
It seems familiar. My grandfather used to take me fishing, and he always used to stress the fact that a lot of the crap that a lot of people try to think that you need to buy a 4x4
If
for,
the 4x4 was just a square wood plank, then Vince Russo could
that's a
book it in an angle.
2x4. But a lot
Yeah,
of
but a bigger one.
a lot of the stuff that he says that a lot of people think
Big
you need
square.
4x4.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan could use that.
He always stressed to me
far
that Ford
northwest
Falcon
of the
could do
Kimberly.
it.
The Ford Falcon
It's a
could.
very unique
Yeah.
area of the state.
And then he bought me a
couldn't do
Ford
it, could it?
Falcon, and I've got
Clouds
one.
in much of this
So we could go.
Liverstone.
Right.
Totally.
According to my grandpa.
Another thing that we have to do, even though it's more of a cinema thing,
Mammal wise too.
is we have to go to where Houseboat Horror was filmed.
Nowhere else
That would
in
be
the state.
brilliant.
And in fact,
We know where it
this
is. It's
area
in this
We were
state.
gonna go,
was
but
the
we got
only region
COVID
of
in
the
it.
state
No, we were going to go,
with
but then
mammals and
the
birds.
baby thing was a thing.
Oh yeah, and then
That's
COVID.
why we didn't. That was before COVID, so there was no COVID stopped it. It was stopped because
Rovers and
there's a
cranes,
baby now.
herons,
We'll have to wait till he's a
flies
little older.
up,
Well,
circling.
the way that I
He's
look
not
at it
into
is,
that kind of movies.
any time that like there's
There's no
anything I
puppets.
want to do where it's like we could go
Plato
on
itself is,
holiday somewhere, it's like we may as well just
deep
wait till the
inside
kid's
sandstone
old enough
where
to
you
at
get
least
this
remember
really
it
deep
when
gorge,
he's
and that's
older.
where the Mitchell Falls.
Or
Otherwise,
in
he's
one
just-
of those puppy play school
He's not going to
things.
remember it.
I did that
He's
to
going to
Benji.
make it less of a holiday, and it's just
Books
not
like
going to
that.
be fun.
They haven't been
You got
defined yet.
siblings.
One day, hopefully,
Yeah,
some of
but,
this area
like,
will be
You
national
pick them
park.
up by the scruff and you go, look after this for a weekend.
Yeah. Again, maybe when he's a bit older.
He's got a helicopter. Oh yeah? We got the press, we got a helicopter.
I've never been in a helicopter or a plane, actually.
I went in a helicopter above the Cryo Bay. And we had a look at, you know, some of those places around Cryo Bay, they have giant pools in the back.
These
Like
videos
by
are
the
on
beach.
YouTube. They're all uploaded to YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
And I'm not really bad mouthing him. I'm more just saying, like, if you take a 2-year-old on a holiday, it's not really a holiday because you have to spend so much time taking care of that 2-year-old, and they're not going to remember it.
Sam
You're
and
going
I
to remember the fact that
complain-
you had to take care of the 2-year-old.
Sam and I
It's not
complain
a
about
holiday.
that at the zoo.
What
Like
a
all these
magical
babies
place.
being pushed around
We
the zoo. It's
spent
like,
3
what's
or
the
4
point?
days
What's the
travelling
point,
here by
right?
vehicle,
That
across
said,
corrugated
like, if I was to
roads,
take
through
Jackson to
rugged
the zoo
country,
now, it would be because
and you
I
come to
wanted to go to the zoo.
Exactly.
And I wanted to walk
Carved
around
out
and
of
see
the
the
But it
zoo.
just seems like a lot
by
of
the
these
Mitchell
people
River.
aren't doing
The
that. They're
Mitchell
doing
River
it to like,
Falls.
oh,
It
it's
is
a
Like,
day
oh,
after
look,
the
baby,
day.
look at the giraffes.
wet
Like, the
season,
baby's like, I want
this
food now,
whole
please.
area is
Yeah.
nothing but
And even when you
sea
get
of water.
into like the
Cascading
4
over
or
this
5,
escarpment.
when they
In
can
the
remember it,
dry,
a lot of the time we took
shrinks
kids
back
to the zoo
to
because
just a
we like
trickle
the
of
zoo
water.
and we want to take
It's an
them with
absolutely
us.
phenomenal place.
They were more interested in the play
Surprisingly,
park and like
it
we
was
got a
only
free
in the
one of those
20s
around the
that
corner.
whitening actually
Like,
penetrated
we didn't
the
know
Mitchell
to
plateau.
need to
They
go
were
to the zoo.
geologists looking
Yeah.
for minerals. And today, the results of those explorations
Yeah, that's
are
definitely true.
Learn a small maze of tracks that cut across the escarpment country. Modern day adventurers can use them to get into places like this, to really experience a pristine
What's a
wilderness.
Mondo Venture?
Mondo adventure? Like Mondo Cool.
I don't know what that is.
I guess it's just a way of saying that it's awesome.
Oh.
Or good.
Cool.
Like, I don't know. What does Mondo mean? I've heard it used in relation to film as well, like Mondo film, but... I'm Googling the definition.
Yeah.
Italian for world.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
World adventurers. Oh yeah, then why
That
is this
would make
Aussie
sense.
bloke doing Mondo as a term then?
He's not even leaving the bloody country. He's not even around right now.
No, he's up from Fitzroy Crossing.
Used in reference to something very striking or remarkable of its kind.
Oh, no, he's up Western Australia, very remote top left. He's out near Alice Springs.
Generally means
Can't
very.
get much further north than this in Western
Or a
Australia.
lot.
We're north of Columbaroo, on the rugged Kimberly coast. Islands dotted off the...
No one's heard of any of those places.
Rugged headlands, magnificent stuff.
Why has he got his rod out? They're still at the speed.
This is the fucking PG-rated show, mate.
Like the back of his hand. Magnificent area. And we're after queenfish, Spanish mac, black kingy, mulloway, you name it. This place.
Oh, you little beauty. Give it a kiss before you throw it back. Oh, man. I created this wrong. We should have been watching Rod Harris's fishing adventure
It's more
instead.
my fault for
What we've got here.
not watching it
We didn't need
and
to
realizing this is
Corral, you reckon,
not.
John?
Could have read it. Almost over there. Sorry.
I'm not gonna.
He
read
certainly
that
hasn't
shit.
given in at this
Bother.
stage. Yeah, well,
A
he's
dog's
still
world.
there. He's still there. Just saw the tip of the tail.
You'll have to bring her on the other side.
There he is, yeah, Spanish.
Spanish mackerel is a bloody big one.
Oh, there he is, Spanish.
I thought we were in Australia.
I
mate.
thought we were in Australia too. Spain's a long fucking
Hey,
way away, mate.
We got a
That's
gaff.
a far-travelled
I don't know.
gaff.
Ah, he's gone under the
A
boat.
cruel
Well, it's
world.
alright, let it play around, you'll get tired.
Ah!
Does that mean Citizen Kane is a
I will put her
citizen
on this
dog?
side, eh?
I like how there's other dudes here just like, no, you'll get him.
You
got it?
Just do it the way that I say.
Yeah,
And this
settle
guy's
down. He's like trying to make it big for the video. That's what he's
On your
doing.
side, get your...
Why? I might get away. He's like,
On the
no,
other
it's
Get
gonna
him
be fine.
fucking gaff.
He's a realist. Let's get that guy. Let's find that guy. It's for him. I'm sure he would be like, oh yeah, cool.
Oh yeah, I was on that video, mate.
I'll talk about how mundane fishing is.
I'll teach how to catch
Okay,
a
John, you got a
barracuda.
gaff, mate.
Just
Oh, what did you do? Oh no! No, gore!
clubbing the fish.
No, it's not a
Now
club.
that
It's
is
got
a
a
fish.
hook in it.
Oh,
Look at the
man.
blood.
Is a fish.
Oh, animal cruelty. Oh,
I hope that's not an endangered species.
it is now.
Nah.
Pete, what are you making us watch?
This is G-rated.
So was the one with the people crashing, burning, and
And
dying.
you're laughing at slaughtering God's creatures.
Well, the Hunt used to do it at prime time as well. So.
I think it's even got karma, John.
Wait, didn't the Hunt used to let him go?
Unreal.
Yeah, after he beat
And when's the
them
best
to death.
fishing? Is
No,
it
he
this
just
time of
reeled
year
them in
or
and then
wet
kissed
season
them and
or-
then sent
From
them back.
August to
That's what
September,
we saw on the
October, you
tape.
get Spanish mackerel.
Yeah.
You didn't see
That
it
was
later when they
G-rated.
kind of
That's
ran to the
G-rated.
You get,
Stabbing fish through the guts
Yeah,
and being like,
yeah.
"Oh, got him! Oh, I just killed a
From
fish."
August, you get
That's
big Spanish mackerel,
that's
you know,
PG.
a lot.
Come on, man. That's
And during the wet, you get,
It was a mackerel.
you know, finger mark, threadfin salmon, queenfish,
Yep.
catfish, you know, silver cobbler.
Right.
They call
no higher than a PG
Get
though.
all
Because let's be honest.
What about
barramundi.
King
Yeah, what about
Craft.
the barra? When's the best time for the
The
barra?
best time for barrow is December and January.
Hook?
Right.
What
When
does
they
it
start
say on
coming
his
in
hand?
now, you
Yeah.
know, we've been
King
getting
Craft
that
hand.
barramundi for the last 3 days.
Toe something.
We've got something here.
I see a T and an O.
Ah, here we go again. Don't know what it is.
Oh yeah.
It's
do you reckon
great
it's got,
white shark. Oh no, it's Jaws.
We're
Shit.
gonna need a bigger dinghy.
Dunno. Oh,
you can see how it
Well, some Australian Jaws would be fantastic.
The small whale.
Ah, shit, mate.
Oh, what are we
No,
gonna
we
do
already
with
did
it,
an
John?
Australian
let it
Jaws.
go.
Did you
Oh,
not watch
okay.
it? They
You
were
got
stuck in a
pliers
grocery
or-
store.
Hand it over
I
here.
didn't watch it,
Any-
no, but I did
oh,
hear
Yeah,
about
I'll
it.
look here. I'll
Yeah, it's only a small whale.
What you do is
Oh, that's gummy.
Oh, this.
It did catch a shark. It's fucking Australia. They caught a shark. Oh, look at him
Yeah.
struggle for his life. It's a gummy shark.
Okay.
Whoops.
I'm up on the steps.
Back.
A complete hero.
Off you go.
A complete hero. Can I get any higher?
This
I'll be
guy-
up on the motor if it's a bigger
He's
one.
having a blast.
Yeah, he's standing up because he was scared of it. He's going, it's gonna bite my fingers and my toes.
Yeah! No! No!
Yeah, I'd bite your freaking toes off too if I saw what you did to the other fish.
if that's fishing in northwestern Australia, that's got me. This is destined for the pan. Can you imagine the stakes of
I
this?
love it how sometimes when
Beautiful.
Australians talk, we just know
Well,
what
it's
they're
all
saying
new to
because
me,
we're
folks.
Australian. But like, if you
Spanish,
stop and think about the words.
Well, if
That
there's
sentence
anybody
doesn't
from
make
overseas
sense.
here, does anyone have any idea what the fuck he's talking about?
If that's fishing in Western Australia, then you got me. Like, I understand it, but it doesn't really
Look at all
make
that
sense
beautiful
grammatically
meat.
at all.
And we deep fry it
Beautiful,
in
mate.
butter, a little bit of white wine, some cracked pepper.
Butter.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful.
I don't eat seafood, mate. I'm sorry. Makes me sick.
I cooked seafood in white wine and cream and butter and cracked pepper once, and I ate it.
Look
And I don't
at
even
that
like seafood
beautiful
either,
fish.
but it was a reptile, so I didn't mind. I ate crocodile
colour?
once.
I'd eat crocodile.
Well,
I'd at least
that's
try
about it.
crocodile, but if I got
The
sick,
thing
I would
is,
never
if
touch
it's-
them.
if
That's
it's
not
disease-
seafood, though. Crocodiles that live in the sea.
Wild
Bones
crocodile
are the
tastes like fish and
size.
mud. I've had wild crocodile in a pie
Yeah.
before. It's disgusting. But they're,
a
reptiles
killer.
are one of those meats that take on what they eat. So the farmed crocodile tastes like chicken because they're fed chickens. Chicken carcasses and stuff.
Look at that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, butcher it. I want to see that. Isn't it funny how we can get away with a G rating if it's an animal that we're about to eat?
Weird, right?
I mean, it's still butchery.
That's a meal fit for a king, mate.
I don't want to eat it.
If we pretended that that fish was some guy's arm, we'd be like kicked off.
Probably, yeah.
Ah!
Oh, that is sweet. Nectar of the gods. You couldn't get any
Nectar of the gods?
in
No,
the
no,
fish
no, 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 no,
restaurant
no,
in
no.
Sydney
VB
or
is
Melbourne.
the nectar of the
And
gods.
this is in the scrub in
Yeah.
the middle of the Kimberley.
And when you work hard, you get a cold hard first.
And dessert is a nice cold beer.
Where we going next? There's the car. We're okay. We're still on topic.
On this trip through the Kimberley, I've been following some of the early explorers through this area. In 1901,
Yeah.
You mean the indigenous people?
Whatever
or you
area
mean
this is.
years after
the
the first
Europeans who
explorers
came
came over
and-
the King
Europeans.
Leopold Ranges,
This is from the 90s.
set out from Wyndham, travelled through the central Kimberley to the west coast, north to around present-day Columbaroo, then across here to the Drysdale
Columbaroo?
River.
Yeah, it's like Colombia, but
As
Australian.
remote and as beautiful as it was then.
That's where we get all our drugs
It's
from.
That's
absolutely magic.
hysterical.
It stretches way to the south across a
You
vast
probably think
escarpment
that pretty
country.
much
And
any
it's beautiful
town
in many
named
places.
top
It's
left or even
extremely
just
remote.
top
There's
is
only a few
hilarious.
mining tracks
True.
that actually
They're
come up
all
to this
hilarious.
In
That
those
is
days,
very true.
Brockman
Walla Walla.
was leading a group of about 20
Timbuktu.
horses and other surveyors through
There's
here.
some
His
silly,
trip, all told,
silly sounding
took a couple of
names.
months. And it
Oh,
was an
I was
incredible trip.
watching.
Like all the ones that are like European, the Europeans came up with them but tried to make them sound indigenous. They're the funny ones.
I was watching PewDiePie yesterday, and apparently his surname is Kjellsberg.
Kjellsberg.
Yeah, apparently there's a road called Kjellsberg Road up top of Queensland.
Someone go steal that sign for him.
Yeah,
That's an Australian pastime, isn't it? Stealing road signs.
yeah, we all do it. I used to have a bunch in my room.
It's more of a teenage thing. It's a thing that teenagers do.
I remember when
I wouldn't do it now.
I used to live at Paco Street, and when Paco Festival was on, they had those big barriers to say, you can't drive through here because the Paco Fest is on. And I remember that me and Scott walked out and grabbed one of those barriers and just walked in the house with it. And we had that sitting in our front yard for a while. Oh no, Stack's on the tape as well. Did you see those cockatoos? They were playing with a cockatoo. I think they were glass.
Glass? Bloody glass.
I mean, this.
Flaming glass, that's what it is, right?
I've never heard of this guy or seen it on like TV or anything, but he's got
When
enough
Frank
of a
Hand
budget to
became
have
the
like
first white
helicopter
man
shots
north
and
of the
stuff.
Leopold,
This
and
isn't
blazed
badly
his way
produced.
north in 1898.
No, not at all. It looks
to a
like I
country
could
called
have seen it
Mount
on
Elizabeth.
TV and like
Could have,
Just
just
Bush
one
wasn't
of
Tucker
the
Man or
great
something.
country he'd found.
All
Brockman,
Aussie
the
adventures.
next European on the scene in
Hit the
1901, waxed lyrically about the excellent pastoral country he had discovered. But it was to be another 40 years before anyone took up the challenge. That man was Frank Lacey, Peter Lacey's father, and Peter was just a babe in arms when Frank became the first person to drive a truck north of Mount House Homestead. That terror trip took a couple of weeks to reach the
Brag
Good
about
River,
that.
and in another 5 days,
how many
the
Aboriginal
last
people did he
30-odd
kill?
kilometres. It's
He
a
was
far cry
Aboriginal,
from
so-
today's good dirt roads.
Sure?
When you curse if the trip from Derby to the
You showed a
homestead
white
takes
guy
more than 8 hours.
with a mustache.
Situated on the banks of the Han River, the house that Frank and his wife Teresa built still stands. What sort of timber?
Will you visit it?
Mainly cypress pine, but there are some messmate in there too, which is okay undercover, providing the white ants don't get to it.
Does the cypress survive the white ant?
Goddamn white ants.
Yeah, you'll see.
White ant is a termite for anybody foreign watching.
White ants have eaten the sap.
Yeah.
They won't touch the heart.
It's a little dilapidated these days, as no one lives here. But it was built from local stone, timber,
what a
and
waste of a
ant-bed
house.
cement.
Can I have it?
Today, Frank's son
Do you
Peter
really want
and
to
his
live
wife
up there?
Pat
It's like hot.
runs
No,
the
just have the
property
house.
that is Mount Elizabeth.
Rented out
Do I
to.
want to live there? No, God no.
Oh, we've been
What's
going
it
for
called? Couch
20 years,
surfers.
I suppose.
Rented out to.
Off
What's it
and
called when you rent out your
Yeah,
house to people
building
who
here,
sleep on the
I'm
couch?
still living out of the old place to start with.
There's like a name for it.
I don't know, is there?
Yeah.
Worse than moving into a place before you finish is you get comfortable and there seems to be more pressing work outside.
Yeah.
Forget about the house.
Airbnb.
This is the ultimate in
It's
open
where you
plan
don't
living,
like
eh?
get bed or
Yeah, I
breakfast.
suppose you could say that.
For cheap.
Pretty open, isn't it?
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's not a bad idea.
Eventually get to finish it one day.
Right. I like the stonework.
Yeah, I just learned as I went.
I just learned as I went. Cool.
Yeah, because you didn't have the council saying you can't build
How
that
many
structure,
acres
it's
have you
not
got
up to
here?
code.
That's 750,000.
No one's looking out there.
How
No.
big's that north to south, east to west sort of thing
You
in
just move your
kilometres?
fence a
Oh,
little
I
bit,
know.
so in that little bit more of land.
No one will
They're
notice.
about
No one
80
will
k's
notice.
each
Okay.
way.
Right.
It's an awkward sort of shaped block though, it's not just a square block.
Joys of
For travellers willing to get off the beaten
waking
track,
up and stuff.
Mount Elizabeth Station will give them an experience like no other. If that's not enough,
Like no
Peter,
other.
who is custodian of the Aboriginal art sites in the area, will take you to some of the best artworks
Custodian?
in the Kimberley. From the station,
Whoa.
you can join
In our
the tour
four-wheel drive,
and
hopefully,
drive
because
yourself
that's
to
the
the
theme
coast
of the
across
show.
country that is still wilderness.
Cars and stuff.
Cattle are still the mainstay of this working property though, and while there may be fences and four-wheel drives and modern communication, much of the work is still done in the old way, on horseback.
The old
So
way.
how many cattle would you run?
We've got about 3,000 head
Yeah.
wandering around.
And that's the main source of income?
Yes, at the moment it is. In recent years we've introduced Brahmins. I'm trying to get that Brahmin content into the Sawdorn.
Yeah, boy.
To try and tap in on the
Why?
live market.
What does that
live
even
shipment into Asia.
This is a land of plenty. Even at the height of the dry, the rivers and streams still trickle with water. These oases are alive to the sound of birds, the splash of fish, and the scurry of lizards.
Ooh, lizards. That four-wheel drive's all red. That's about as much as I can say about it. There's a red one, and there's a blue one. And next we're gonna invade over here.
For the last couple of days, we've been following the route of Brockman's 1901 expedition along the Drysdale River. For that you need extensive
Drysdale River?
map reading and navigation skills. Now when you go out into the
I don't
bush,
have any
you
of those
don't have
skills,
to
sorry.
be an expert.
You'll have to
But
take this
certainly
out.
some basic knowledge is required so that you can understand what this map is trying to tell you. Once you start getting into more remote areas, then
Trying to
you'll
tell you
need
that
to
you're
have a
in the
firm
middle of
understanding
bumfuck nowhere.
what topographic maps are all about, how to handle a compass.
He's talking
and
about how
a
you have to
GPS.
understand what the
These
map's
things
trying to tell
are
you, but
very,
the
very
particular
handy
map
to
that he's
tell you where
pointing
you
at
are
just says like
and where
Western
to go
Australia.
to, but they're not essential.
Like I'm sure there are better maps that he's talking
We
about.
are here.
Yeah, it's like
Navigation.
that's such a giant place. Like I was talking to somebody about when I was doing these puzzle things. We're talking about I think somebody was talking to me from Perth. And we're talking about how
This
it
is
is. Hey, bats!
Barnett River
We got
Gorge.
bats! Ooh,
Typical of the
bats!
gorges in the central
We're talking
Kimberley.
about how
We're
it's
just
cheaper
a
for
couple
them
of
to go
hundred
visit
metres
Bali,
off the Gibb River
Singapore,
Road,
or
which cuts
anywhere
through the
else
heart of the
in
Kimberley
the
Ranges.
Asian
It's magnificent
section of the
country.
world than it is
And
to
this is
visit
typical
anywhere
of
else
the
in
tranquil
Australia.
places that you
Even
can
though they're in
find
Australia,
just off the
it's
road.
just that they're
So
so
There's a
far
host of
away
wildlife
from
around
us
here too.
because Australia is so
Bush
big.
birds, herons,
Like when you look on a
ducks,
map, they
water
put.
monitors.
I don't know why, but
goannas,
they put Australia
just
this big
across
and
the river.
America this
a
big.
There's a
noisy
reason,
group
and that's
of
because
It's a-
if you take a round thing and make it flat,
Yeah.
it does
There's
not
a
make
couple
it
of
a
different
rectangle.
species. of
Yeah,
bird
exactly.
bats.
It's got
These
those
are red
curvy
collared
bits.
fruit
But when you
That's
actually
why
Sometimes
Canada
you'll find
looks
them in
bigger
thousands
than the United
nesting in
States,
the
even though
paper
it's a lot
bats
smaller.
alongside the rivers
so when
of
you put
northern
things
Australia.
head to head, like
This is only a small group. But
people
even
were talking
so,
to me,
they're
like,
still
why don't
pretty
you go?
noisy,
Like, how long does it
walk,
take you to
arguments,
drive
all those
from
sorts
where
of
you
things
are in
happening
Melbourne
in
to
the
Perth?
colony.
And I'm like,
Later on,
3
as
days.
evening
And they're like,
comes
what
on,
do you mean
they'll
3
fly
days?
10 or 15
We can go
kilometres
through
to find
10
fresh
different
fruit and
countries if we go
blossom
3
to
days
feed
in Europe. You
before
go through 10
returning to their
different
favourite
like
spot
capital
just
cities.
before
Go
sunup.
3 days in UK.
Well, we
and-
go if we were to do that here, we would go through we'd go here, we'd go through
Talking about
Melbourne, we'd
favourite spots.
possibly go through
Barnett River
Adelaide if we
Gorge
went
has to
that
be
way,
one of my
Yeah.
and then we
favourite
would be on our own for like a day
or two.
or two. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big gap between civilization on one side and civilization on the other, where he is.
They have a windy ham out there too.
We got Windy Ham here, but it's not. It shouldn't be called Windy Ham. It should be Werribee. They just decided
But it
that they
includes
didn't.
Hoppers Crossing, right?
Yeah, which is
Which
like
is
on the
just
other
as
side
bad.
of Werribee.
And
And
both of them together make Windy Ham,
Windy Ham is closer to Geelong.
and
It's
half
like
of Little,
Avalon.
half of Little River as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Windy Ham doesn't make sense to me. It's just like we don't want to be called these other things anymore.
It's kind of like
It's
how
the county of Windy
we
Ham. We
have,
have Greater City
like,
of Geelong instead of
City of
Geelong.
City of Great Geelong is like all the suburbs as well, and the outer
Leopold.
parts. Yeah, while Geelong is
Clifton
just a city.
Springs, yeah.
So yeah, that's the difference. But Windy Ham is like,
They didn't want to say
all the
Greater City of
suburbs.
Werribee.
well, Werribee's not really a city though, is it?
I don't know, is it?
It's more of a whole.
Rude.
It's
But
like
accurate.
it's like the closest thing to a city that you could possibly expect to see between two actual cities, but it's a whole.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, a lot of the time when you deal with doctors' things, they say we don't do that in Melbourne, you have to go out to Werribee, because Werribee's got a big doctor's district. But when we're talking about the aeroplanes doing loop-de-loops, that's in Melbourne. But that's closer to Geelong than it is Werribee. And it's still in Melbourne because they want to say, you know, that big air show. We do
Just
that.
to the south,
Yeah.
there's a major barrier.
Well, yeah.
That was out in the
Leopold.
sticks.
I don't know. Does
Soon,
Avalon count as
this whole
Geelong or
area will
Wyndham?
be proclaimed a national park.
Yeah, midway.
It's got to be
A
one.
magic place.
Little River is
And
the
it's one
midpoint.
place of all the gorges
Half of
of
Little
Kimberley
River is one,
that you
half of
should
Little River is
come
Avalon is. Avalon is. Anyway, Sam just asked me for chocolate on my watch.
I'll look it up. I'll look up Avalon and see what it says.
It's going to say Melbourne, even though it's
No, it
between
won't.
Windy Ham.
It won't
It's
because
in Little River, isn't it? It's like,
I think it's beside Little River.
yeah.
It's 3212, so it's probably Geelong.
Because Geelong is 3-2, whatever, yeah.
Well, Lara is 3212 as well. Yeah, it's Geelong, I think. Yep. City of Greater Geelong.
Even though Melbourne keeps saying Avalon Airport in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about that is we claim our fame of saying Geelong is its own little city because we've got our own football stuff and all that kind of crap. But to drive here is less than to drive from from Melbourne. Is less than to drive from Melbourne to a lot of its outskirts suburbs.
Yeah.
They just slowly
But that's also
taking
traffic
over.
related, though. The traffic between Geelong and
guess.
Melbourne is nowhere near as bad as the traffic between Geelong and, like, Burwood.
I think even distance, it's similar though.
Maybe.
It's just there's a
Another
paddock
1,000
in between.
kilometres of fuel into the
Yeah,
Discovery.
we have paddocks instead of buildings.
More houses.
Yeah.
It's
petrol
interesting that
stations.
an awful lot of people run out of fuel out here. They're just not used to the distances between fuel outlets. So always play it safe and fuel up when you've got the chance.
Take a couple of tinnies as well.
You need to bring the tinnies. That's the depressing thing about being poor at the moment, is I can't buy any
Tinnies?
tinnies.
I bought you two.
Yeah, it was refreshing.
Yeah, it's hot. I almost brought
Hello,
over-
everybody. Just make sure you sub and gift like 20 subs or something, so I can buy some tinnies.
Yeah. Even though I'm the one bringing them over. You may as well go subscribe to me instead.
Yeah, but I would buy a box of tinnies that I would share with you. But the thing is, I buy cheap. So I would buy
But whenever I get here, you've already
about
run out of your
800
box. You're like, I bought a box, but it's gone now.
In this cathedral
I
like
like my
beer.
It's cool.
I almost brought
dark,
over a box of 6.
tranquil.
Because there was
It's a beautiful place.
It's coming up to Christmas, which means we get interesting packs.
Well, hopefully I get my Twitch pay during like the Christmas season, and I
No,
can
no,
buy...
just a little bit after we can get all the mixed packs for cheap.
True.
Yeah.
I still need to buy a controller though. I do need to do that.
Then we can play stuff.
This doesn't cut it.
The PlayStation one.
Yeah.
Do you have what you bought to show me? I'm bored of this guy's travels and he's playing in things. Okay. Is it an actual Xbox or is it
No,
a fake?
it's a fake.
Fake
Here we are,
box.
we're getting into the centre
Doesn't
part of the
respond
cave
very
at the
well.
moment. And the
Yeah, it's weird. It reads the right stick as the same, like up on that stick
Yeah.
is Y.
Oh no.
So it reads them as the same button for some reason.
And also I can feel this is made for a child because I would play here and this is down
Tunnel
here.
Creek.
No, that's just what
was in
Xbox controllers are
1897.
like. A 360
Scene
ones.
I used to have a 360. Why
Yeah,
am I?
it's exactly
Am I
like
really
that.
that
You
different?
use the Steam controller now.
Yeah, they're huge.
Freedom Fighter.
They got
That's why I
big
want that
cookies.
big,
It was
like,
never
OG
original.
Xbox
The Bonaparte
controller, because
tribe.
my hands
Is
are
that the
fat.
one where the
Use this
the
place
the
as a
D-pad's
hideout
got like
in
this
his
weird
4-year
pattern on it,
battle
like little
against the white
X
invaders.
boxes instead of an X?
No, I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, it's a much bigger... I think I have one
It is very
in one of
tiny.
those tubs. That is actually completely, like, normal size for an Xbox 360 controller. Yeah, it's exactly the same.
I should have given you mine instead of
In the 1890s,
selling
when
them
the
off.
white settlers
I
moved
didn't
into
even
this
sell
area,
them off for that much.
Pigeon
money.
and his
Just
fellow
wanted to get rid of
compatriots
them.
got into a
I
fair
got
amount
4
of trouble
Steams sitting there.
spearing sheep.
It's a lot of Steam
He ended up
controllers. They'll bring out the
Black
Steam
Tracker,
controller too
working with the
eventually.
police.
Then I'll get 4 of those too.
In a surprising
Have them all
about
connected
place,
and play some
he
80k
killed
games.
the constable who was in charge of the patrol
Sounds terrible.
and led
4 plays is
sheep
plenty.
stealers.
Because I was sick,
On a
I didn't want to
foray
do anything
that
over the
lasted 4
weekend.
years.
My batteries
His
ran out on
ability
one
to
of the
elude
Steam controllers.
capture
That's the
was
one
amazing, and it was
disadvantage
part
of
of
the
the
Steam
legend
controllers.
of
Their
Pigeon.
batteries don't recharge. You
He
have to
would
put
turn up
batteries
at
in it.
Fitzroy
Yeah.
Crossing, pinch
Um,
the policeman's horse,
But I
and
didn't
then
want to
vanish
take
into
the
mountains.
controller up
And
to
for
the
years,
computer and get a
nobody
new
knew
one
where he went to.
so that I can
It was to
control
this
my
place.
video and stuff.
And it
So
was
Sam
when
did it,
white men
and she
discovered
pulled
this
down
place
one of my new
that his
Steam
time
controllers
began
I've
to
never
run out.
used before. And
Fast
I've set them
mounted police
all up to
patrols
make a
are out
different
searching this
singy
country
song
for
when
them.
you turn them
And
on.
they were
And I
closing
turned
the
it on
net
and
around
went,
There was police patrols at each
I'm
end
like,
of this
that's a bit of a
system.
depressing song.
And
When I listened to
as
that,
the police
Sam,
net
she's like,
tightened around
why is
him,
that different? I'm
he
like, I don't know, you
stood
grabbed a
forth
different controller
and
than
attacked
usual.
them, and even laid siege to one of the sheep stations nearby.
Let me see if I can find...
I'm talking
Only
crap
took
now.
us
so-
about
No, talking crap's fine.
No, I
This
mean
is
like
boring.
this time.
that he
This is
finally
2
moves in.
TV. It's not obscure enough. It's interesting that I got to talk to him in person on the phone, but this is something like I would watch on TV.
Definitely have an OG.
These lonely
Where's
ruins
Tony Robbins
are all
telling
that
us what we're going to
remains
dig
of one
up?
of the Kimberley's
And shaking
earliest sheep
hands with
stations.
people
It was here,
using the same
in
stock
November
footage shot and shaking
1894,
hands.
that Pigeon killed his
How
first
was
victim.
those adventures? We've got so many controllers.
Yeah, but I can't
Use any of them.
this one.
You need to
No,
start.
that's not even it, actually. There's a bigger one than that, I can't remember.
There is a bigger one than this.
When you're travelling the
Although I do like
you'll
the
come
top
across
buttons
some
of this,
delightful
although I can't feel them too.
Just
Are they not
clicking
actually
with your
buttons?
swim.
Which?
These.
No.
Up here in the
Oh,
Gulf, in the
what is
Range
that?
country,
On the new version.
don't need to
now,
worry
but
about
this is
that.
before, like, bombers
there
were
may
a
be
thing.
the occasional pressure,
No, I just want to have
but
one.
unless you corner one, they are generally not a problem. They're
I
harmless.
still want to get one. They're like $100.
Closer to the sea, or where there are no
It's expensive,
waterfalls
but-
between you
Oh,
and the ocean.
hit me up after my
have to take
birthday.
No,
There's
I'll
those
just
big crocs
waste
up
my
here
Twitch
in
pay.
the coast.
Wait until
And they
after
eat people.
Christmas
Wait
because
for my Twitch pay.
Remember,
Christmas
they go
I'm
a
getting
long
a
way
new
up
computer.
In other words, everyone
if
sub.
there is any doubt.
I'm
stay
upgrading
out.
the computer in about a week or two.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
nice.
I can start using the non-browser version of Discord. I would never do that.
I probably would consider it.
Jumping into a creek, man. I'm I'm always afraid that somebody's thrown their beer bottle in there. I'm going to cut open my foot. I would never go into. That's the weird thing about me going to like the beach and stuff. Even with the pool, I wear swim shoes. I'm afraid of things entering the bottom of my foot because when I was younger, I did step into a rusty nail once. Yeah, jump in and bam, a log.
Well, I definitely had the thing where like
No
I had a
evidence.
big chunk of glass stuck in my foot, and I was like, I tried to pull it out, and I was like, nope, that just hurts too much. So I got some pliers and just like pushed them so that it pulled it out that way because I wasn't going to be able to just pull it out. I had to like just get it out a different way, and then I was like, oh, I need a band-aid.
Yeah,
And I super glued the wound back together and put a band-aid on.
Super glue is made for that.
There's a couple of
It
forms
stung
that you
like
know about.
fucking hell,
We've been
man.
using UHF for inter-vehicle communication.
He's got a
And it's a great
UHF.
way to keep in touch with your friends. Talk to them, tell them
Is
about cattle on the road. There's a
Fucking
day
ham
up
radios. I'm
on
sick of
Sunday
the ham
or whatever.
radios. You're a
You just
loser.
had HF
Kill yourself now so we both die.
Now, Peter Greenham from Just Communications is an expert. So what do we
Who's
use?
this guy? Is he just walked past and offering him a hand job or something?
Right, I shouldn't use ham radios. I should use CB radios. Diddy.
Mainly used the Telstra service to make phone calls back to home.
References.
Which, we've made a few on this trip, that's for sure. And through the
Couple.
Telstra service, with the direct dial or through the operator, we can call back and make telephone calls from anywhere. And of course, we've
Oh,
also
look
got
at
the
that.
safety
They've got a
purposes
satellite
for offline
phone
service.
device.
We've used Derby for phone calls as well, but they will also provide, emergency services and so forth. But it gives us basically Australia-wide communication anytime we want it. And let's face it, out here on this trip, Ron, we're
Australia-wide
300
communication.
away from the nearest telephone or help, and that's the only
We
link.
bought
to the outside
CB
world
radios.
we've got.
What was the big
That's right.
deal with the
And it is
CB
really
radios?
important. I mean, it is the best safety
Was it
net
just
you can
exciting?
have, a HF radio. Recovery gear is good, great cars are good, but in the end, if you want something, the HF radio will get you out of trouble.
Oh, really?
Here we are at the bottom of Mount Hamilton in the remote central
Sampled
Kimberley,
it.
about to have a 5-star meal. What are we making tonight anyway?
Lamb bouillon.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Oh, we get the home cooked meal now.
Plan ahead.
You can talk to. Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
This is a fairly simple
I used to do
meal.
that as well, actually. But
Just make sure that when you plan.
was it
your
like
meals
fairly new
beforehand,
back then,
so you've
or
got all
like
the
as in
spices
commercially new
and then
anyway?
You can just do whatever
I know
you
it's been a
want.
thing for a
While you're
long
at- and you're
time,
not
but
looking for anything.
it was
How
like
do
the
you cook your
home
meat?
affordable
Meat's best
CB.
Cryovac because it will last. You don't get any blood in your fridge.
And
most
cryovac
meat-
is sealing it, vacuum
seals
sealing
it.
it,
Takes
isn't it?
all the air out of the meat.
Ah, they're
And
vacuum
it will keep
sealing
in
the
a cold
food.
fridge for quite some time. Steak will keep for about 6
But what are you
weeks.
talking about? There's
Chicken
always
will
been
only keep for
internet. There's
about
only more
a
websites
week
now.
to 2 weeks if it's really cold. Lamb
Same with
chops like that, a
TV.
couple of weeks
What,
or
you
more.
think there was
But
ever
if
a
you
time
ask
when
the
there
butcher,
wasn't
he'll let you know
TV?
the exact time frame that the meat will keep for.
That's just interesting to
That's
me.
the best way to take your meat.
I kind of like the idea of there being just this CB channel
Vegetables
that is
have
just
been
a bunch of
wrapping,
people
Yeah, you've
communicating
got to wrap them.
together. It's
Unwashed
like
potatoes are much better.
just a bunch
I
of friends who
get
are like,
unwashed
whatever we
for
bought
this
these radios, let's use them.
Unwashed potatoes will last much longer, but still wrap them individually, and that way if one goes off, it's not going to set the whole lot off.
Little mystery bags.
Yeah. And do the same with all your veggies. You get carrots,
Ah,
cabbages,
everything's separate. I
apples,
get it. That
everything.
makes
Put 'em-
sense.
Wrap them in some newspaper.
He was on the
first,
internet before
let that
www.
sweat away.
As I said, there's always
And
been
then put
internet.
them-
There's just more websites now.
Put them in the green long life bag. You can see that's
going
well
on?
used. They can
We're
be
just talking about
washed
CB
and
radios and how there was an
over.
obsession with them.
It just keeps
Oh,
them
right.
really well.
FTPing in
When
the
they
site.
sweat. The most
The
important
lists
thing
of
with your
sites.
veggies, even
Oh.
when
Yeah,
you
that's
check
like
them regularly.
Dealing
that's
with
so
news boards
primitive,
and
right?
stuff.
Yeah, like having to actually know where to go or how to do
One
stuff
pound
rather
is
than
the way to
like
go.
the computer
Yeah.
doing it all for you.
News
So we're
groups.
throwing all that in there, are we?
Yeah, all the
It used to be a big part of the internet.
It's a lot of
Just
onion.
load up.
I'm into it. Yeah, chuck some carrots in there.
Got to beat the fly.
Yeah, this is his wife. This is
Fine.
she's
Put the
teaches you
carrots
book
in there.
cooking, bush cooking.
You might need such a big
potatoes
help
as
in your
well.
food.
Oof.
We're cooking for 11 here, so we've used a
Oh my
pretty
god,
big
she's
camper
putting
and
lettuce on
repeated
top
the
of
layering
that.
process
Oh,
a few
wilted
times.
lettuce. That better be cabbage.
Use a
Might be
couple of
cabbage.
water
I
so it
wasn't
doesn't
listening
dry.
fully.
I
Chuck the
think
lid on.
maybe she's got
Pop it
a.
on the stove or fire for at least 45 minutes.
Oh, Dutch oven.
By then, this hungry group will be ready to devour the lot, and the sun would
Got
have
a
left
Dutch
it.
oven. Should have
That's how
asked him
quick
about
the
his
sun sets up
wife's
here in the
Dutch
far
oven
north.
stuff.
You should have.
And how she likes to do a good Dutch oven of it.
Lamb boulanger, fit for a king.
Tea's ready. Come
I know
and
what
get
you're
it.
referring to.
Lamb bourget. I got
Chops.
Okay, I thought it might have been corned beef, which is why it would have had.
Dinner's up.
Okay, so she might be good at cooking, but she's not good at serving.
It's making me hungry though.
Oh yeah? Oh, I hate that. When you've got a plate on your lap and you go to push something and it goes like this and you're like, oh no, my food! It's going on my crotch! That's just the excitement of camp eating, really.
Well, yeah. But I mean, it also happens sometimes when people serve spaghetti on plates.
Why would you serve a spaghetti on a plate? Put it in a spaghetti bowl or a bowl.
Most places you need to walk a short distance.
And then I went on about
need
it.
to hike
And he's like,
15 to
nah, it'd be
30
fine. And then exactly what I said would happen happened. Was it a Jack? Was it Jack that got the bolognese on his top?
Take it easy and
Yep.
travel in the cool
Yeah.
part
Went
of the
everywhere.
day. Early morning and late evening. Forget the middle part of the day when it's red hot.
Red hot?
In the wet
Oh,
season,
damn.
water can be found everywhere in this country. But in the peak of the dry, water can become really scarce.
How scarce is scarce?
But when you find
Well,
it,
they're walking
oh,
next to a
boy,
river,
this
so it's
is
alright.
beautiful. This is manna from heaven. And when you find it,
It's
use
manna
it.
from heaven?
Fill up your water
Wait.
containers and cool off.
Out of manna.
What was manna from heaven before?
Nothing.
It wasn't water, it was something else.
No, the nectar of the gods is what you're
Trickling
thinking.
Oh,
water
next
like
to the
this
gods.
is a godsend out here in this dry country.
But that's VB.
Out here when
VB
it's
is
40
nectar of
degrees in the
gods.
shade, you really do appreciate cool running water.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have gone for a drive up in the middle of frickin'
Yeah, maybe
nowhere.
you just shouldn't. Like, it sounds hot and frustrating to me. Are you gonna go for a dip in that water now? It doesn't look like it's running, so it might not be safe to drink.
This
I could
magical
see
little
some
oasis
stuff on
tucked
top
into
of
the
it, yeah.
range is Mystery Springs. We're surrounded by a Devonian reef, millions of years old. That
Do you
was
think
once
4x4 is
in
a
the middle
brand
of
name
living,
that maybe he's
vibrant
being
sea.
sponsored by?
Maybe.
Stretches
It's just a
down
very
and around in a
stuck out
vast horseshoe
thing
coming
on
out
his
of the
shirt.
North Kimberly coast.
It
up
must
near
be,
Columbia
right?
Road.
Unless it's just a
It's
club.
a magical place. Water.
You know, one of those,
sifting down
like,
through this
exclusive
limestone.
clubs
Yeah,
to where
yeah.
people act like they're better than everybody else?
Sam's dad's part of a...
Yeah, see you next
You can
time,
bet
dude.
Where I'm going.
Hi James, enjoy your beans for lunch.
I want beans for lunch.
Sam's dad's part of this classic cars club
Hmm.
because he's got one of those old classic cars. But apparently the conditions for joining, Sam could probably join like next year with her dodgy little hatchback because it's so old.
There's a
only
club
from
in
the 90s.
Geelong. They own a building, one of those like really nice, like expensive
Places like
buildings.
this just invite you to lay back.
And the only way to get in is if like
And take
3
it easy.
members refer you. And it's one of those things where it's like they have this beautiful venue that never gets fucking used because they're all too old to use it.
Are you sure it's not the stonemasons?
No, because they let people in pretty easily. It's not hard to become a stonemason.
Others warm by the
It's some other group,
And
and
nobody
they're just these elitist douchebags,
Yeah,
and I
is
hope
that
they
for
die and their
Geelong
building goes to
Anglers?
rot. No,
Badminton Society?
no, I can't remember. I
It's
read
both
about
the
it
same-
once,
it's both
where
the
like
same
someone
thing.
was just like, "How do I use this venue?" And someone was like, "You have to be a member of that club, and you can't be by it." And then someone was like, "How do you become a member of that club?" And it's like, "Well, 3 of our members have to say yes, and we're not going to say yes to you." Bye.
I am Geelong Anglers Club. That's the little
really does
clubhouse
help to
in
have
the
some
middle of
mechanical
Pakenham
skills.
Street.
Hmm.
I set
So
up
you
all
can
the
carry out the odd
electronics
bush
there.
repair like we're doing here to this pipe.
No,
If
it's
you
like
haven't
actually in
got
the
any,
centre of town, basically.
Carry
It's one
some
of the really
tools,
nice buildings
some
out there.
spare parts, and a manual for your particular vehicle. So then you can con somebody else into helping you, like we've got here.
What?
That temporary bush repair to
Neither of them laughed.
10,000
What are they
kilometres
making?
later, and we're still going strong, and it got us home.
They were tying string around the can. I think they missed something important.
Well, we're dead if we need a can with rope tied around it, because we're not going to be able to identify the situation where that might help.
Yeah, and we don't
Bugger.
have the right brand can.
That might play a factor, yeah.
Because I can't. See, look at that. They got a pool right next to that. I don't think I finished the story. I took a helicopter trip around Geelong Bay, a lot of these big fancy mansions next to the seaside have pools in their backyard. Now, why would you want to build right next to the beach if you just got to not go to the beach?
It's ridiculous.
That's just too much.
They're probably
money,
like
not
heated
enough
pools
sense.
though.
Yeah, but
Because, you know, rich people are just excessive for no fucking reason other than they can
having a
afford it.
pool next to the beach is excessive.
Yeah, and that's the point. They're rich, they can afford to, so why not? Admittedly, if I was rich, I would do something similar, probably. Although I would probably build a giant house somewhere else, something quieter.
Buy a house next to the beach for when you want to swim in the beach in the summer, and a house with a heated pool somewhere inland next to like the cool
The other thing I
wine
don't
region or
understand
something.
is when people spend like millions of dollars on these like beach houses in the middle of nowhere. Just buy one at a populated beach. I mean, like, it's just... Why would you want to be in the middle of nowhere if you're rich? You can have your complete and utter cut off from society kind of thing anywhere you want. Because you're so rich, you can have fences as high and as thick as you want.
You live in a gated community.
Do whatever you want. Why middle of nowhere? It's stupid. Rich people think things weird.
They do.
They have bizarre ways of doing things. I wonder if this guy's rich, the guy who made this, or whether he's just, you know, comfortable.
It's probably just comfortable. As in, like, he goes on these big rich people things because he's being sponsored to do so, paid for.
True. That would make sense.
It's like they live the high life, but they don't have the millions of dollars to back it up. I feel like a lot of people that we see on videos and TV and stuff are like that. Like, they've got enough stuff to make them pretty damn comfortable, but ultimately a lot of the stuff that we see them doing is because they don't have the payment.
For the last 3 weeks, we've been following in the footsteps of some of the Kimberley's earliest explorers, Brockman.
Wait, that was 3 weeks?
We're at the camp 14 of Ham
feels like it.
near Gladstone Lake in the central Kimberley. It's a very remote place. It was back then and it is still today. It's a beautiful place, live with birds, and you can see why Han camped here back 100 years ago.
I think if Ron ever calls me back, I should be like, sorry, I thought you were the All Aussie Adventures guy.
We're camping here tonight as well.
That would be hilarious. He'd probably get really offended.
He'd probably get super offended because I would say that people like Ron are the inspiration for that, 100%.
Depends on when this guy started. This guy might have been inspired by...
Inspired by the parody of the originals, I guess.
The sun's setting on this
Last
tape.
night,
Is that
the
how,
elements
what that's meant to
conspired
signify?
We've had torrential rain, at least 3 inches. Thunder,
What's torrential
lightning
rain?
that you wouldn't believe.
Lots of rain.
We've had sheets of water running across this relatively flat land, 3 or 4 inches deep. The river, bone dry last night, is running a banker.
It is.
It
They've
is
proven it.
unbelievable.
It's a banker.
With how flat
Brockman's
this earth
Tree,
is,
where
the
we're
earth
heading
must be
for,
flat.
is 50 k's up the track. We were averaging 10 kilometres an hour
vaccines
yesterday.
cause autism.
Today, we've got 20 streams
And
to cross, a major
basketballs
gorge
are
to go
also
through.
flat.
Yes.
We can basically write the whole idea off. Here in the Kimberley...
Write it off. Go end the
You know
video.
what's funny about the anti-vaxxers is one of the things they think is how like the government is trying to put like chips and stuff in you to track you and see what you
It
do.
is an
I have a
incredible
Google
place.
phone, so.
But
I'll
here's
be
the
coming back
thing, right?
Because I love the place.
If you are
Because
just
they're
the average
free,
person
we
living
love
the
them.
average life,
We're gonna
what
find
the
it.
hell are they going to
Next
get
time.
from that?
I feel that people that feel that way have something to hide. Like
Exactly.
they're selling drugs or
It's like even
getting free cable.
if I found out someone had been following me and like, you know, writing down everything that I do, I'd be like, I'm
Stop watching
sorry.
me masturbate.
I'm sorry. My life is fucking boring.
Yeah,
like,
you had to watch that.
why?
Truman Show.
That's so mundane and boring, and like I'm so far past mundane and so far into boring that like I don't care if someone knows everything that I get up to.
The funny thing is,
You sent me that game Hentai Beach. I started it up and it has an auto clicker built into it, so I just alt tabbed out and went back to it every half hour, being like, "Oh, I can buy some upgrades."
You said you wanted those, so you could do like a porn channel of all porn.
I'm still considering it. I just have to find a
So I've been
way.
keeping them for you.
The after dark thing will still happen.
I keep them away from everybody else so you can have them.
I have a collection. It's nice. I don't like anime, but I'll happily play hentai games.
I think they're pretty funny. In the same kind of way that I find watching random videos kind of funny.
I think it's a different way for me.
Yeah.
The hentai stuff is more just like, I want to see how they implemented these game features and made it like pornographic.
Most of the time it's not.
Most of the time it's
just
just
a game,
stupid.
and then they're like, here's a picture for your trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
What are those? Our kingfishers.
What a fantastic tape this wasn't.
Yeah. This was boring in a different way that I thought it would be boring. When we do the other tape,
It's going to be boring in a different way.
Whether we actually get around to doing it on Halloween or we'll just skip doing it beforehand. Basically, there's a bunch of old hicks. The thing is, I did some research on it, and it's not even Australian. It's like somehow we got a hold of it, and it's just idiots in America riding four-wheel drives over things that they shouldn't ride four-wheel drives over, but really slowly.
Really slowly. Like, super uncomfortably slowly.
We're gonna need that monster truck madness one, otherwise I'm gonna die.
You're saying that like monster trucks are actually exciting? You know they're not, right?
I didn't see monster trucks live once.
Was it fucking the worst experience of your life?
Can't remember.
Because you were so bored during it that you blocked it.
Must be. I don't know. They got one called Scooby-Doo, right?
I just remember, I think it was called Bigfoot. That's the one I remember from the tape that I had as a kid.
Oh, okay. No Gravedigger?
And I remember having thoughts while watching it as a kid that this is very trashy. Which is... yeah. That shows how trashy it was. Like, if even a kid is sitting there like, yeah, this is definitely uncomfortably trashy.
In association... yeah, 4x4 Australia is a company.
There you go. And that is a horrifying sound.
It is, and I also like that the 4x4's like film company is called Film Speed. Like, yeah, we do exciting things, and that's what we had to sit through. The guy going, oh, you know, these are Aboriginal paintings, and I'm gonna kill this fish, and then my wife's gonna cook me dinner. I hope you enjoyed your time with me.
That was pretty much the show, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That was another riveting episode. I'm glad that I chose another terrible topic.
Yeah, good at picking them.
It's funny how, like, my ones are always the ones that end up, like, grueling and really awful.
Oh, boy. At least we get to end up early today.
Yeah, well...
I now have to go pick up chocolate on my way home. That's the ultimatum my wife's given me. You gotta get chocolate.
You've been told.
I've been told. Simpin' life.
That's my life also. Anyways, we'll cut this one off here, I think.
Yeah, sure thing.
We'll see you next week.
Good bouncing.
Good bouncing.
When I choose the next topic, what are we going to do? Something interesting, maybe? How to use your video camera and how to take good photography? Oh, God. Who knows? Can somebody please give us suggestions so we don't have to keep taking...
Someone's got to have the channel
we
points.
We have to just put the blame on somebody else for a week.
That was the good thing about Sophie requesting a movie, was I didn't have to pick one.
Yeah. I'll find something.
Anyways, see you guys next week.